Hey, Froggy, what did you find on the way in today? Anything?
Nothing. I did hit that cone, though. I can't believe that cone is in the middle of the road.
It is, because we've got a little sinkhole in the middle of the road.
I forget about it every day.
You ran it over?
Yeah. I just kept going.
So it's all knocked over right now?
I mean, move it.
Did you drag it? Is the cone still marking the pretty significant dip in the road? Or
I think it's flopped over. I think it's over, and I pushed it up a little bit.
Yeah, you just don't want people driving into the hole.
I'll go fix it. Actually, no, I won't. It's all far away, sort of.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a trip.
It's a 100-yard walk from the front door of the building. Yeah, so we have a little dip in the road, and that's like the second one. There was one about a year and change ago, and that took months and months and months. So I think at that point, I don't think it was a cone. I think they put one of those traffic horses, like the Bob's Barricade, wooden horse where, you get the easel kind of looking, whatever you call that damn thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Is it the exact same spot?
No, I think it's different because you can see the patch where the other hole was. So listen, when I walk my neighborhood, I've got them all over my neighborhood. Oh, by the way, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105, MJ and the crew, and we're talking about here in the Tampa Bay area, roads that get the little dips and dimples, and it just seems to be incessant. Like in my neighborhood, I walk a lot. I walk 20 miles a week in my general neighborhood, and I see these dips all the time. I think a lot of times it might be like a leak in like a water pipe or a sewage pipe, so it erodes the ground underneath, and then as cars and weight travel over the road, it causes the depressions in the road. So I see them all the time in my neighborhood. Then you see like the city of Tampa out there with the backhoe. They're digging up the road. They're filling it in. They're putting the compact. Then you got a patch of dirt. Then you got to wait for the paving crew to come out and pave it up. Blah, blah. But we had a pretty significant dip in the middle of the road here in St. Pete, what is this, Executive Center Drive North, whatever. We had a pretty significant one here in St. Pete, not far away from the entrance to our parking lot. About a year ago, and change.
And I bought an orange tree for it, and you didn't want to plant it.
Oh, that's right.
We should have planted that
I
thing.
forgot about that. Oh, man.
You're like, this thing sucks.
Well,
I'm
because,
like, what?
Because it was a tiny little shrub.
Yeah, that's how trees start.
No.
By now, it would have been a tree.
No, you had... All right, here's the deal.
It was a shrub. It was the size of this chair.
We had such an indentation in the road, and it had collapsed. So there was a hole. You could look down like in the hole, and there was like 3 feet of space between the top of the road where it had broken and dipped in and where you could see dirt. I mean, there was a significant hole. So it took them, the city of St. Pete and the crew, it took them, what was it, 4 or 5 months? It was just a ridiculous amount of time. And I told Froggy to go buy a tree. I said, hey, you want to escalate this hole getting fixed in the middle of the road near the radio station? Let's just plant a tree in the hole. And Froggy comes back with like a little bitty shrub.
It wasn't bitty. It was $75.
Dude.
I'm not going to buy a $100 tree.
Dude, what you bought was like just like a not even like a half-gallon bucket. Like the little garden center at Home Depot was like just a little tiny little thing.
You bring a tree in.
Dude, let me tell you right now that if you would have put that in the hole, it would have been swallowed up by the hole. We wouldn't have made the point.
Just a little leaf sticking out of the top?
Yeah, not even. It would have been completely submerged.
It would have oranges in there by now.
Yeah, we really should have called an arborist.
We needed to get like a 7-foot tree to put in there, a 6-foot tree.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't find a 7-foot tree in one day.
Then you should have dug one up somewhere. But what kind of liability would that have created if we would have planted a tree in the middle of the road? I think it would have gotten the attention of the city pretty quickly.
Yes.
But right now, the road is not broken. It's just like a significant dip in the road. So did we mark down the date that the traffic cone first appeared? We first noticed the traffic cone
last week.
Was it last, like, Thursday? I think we noticed it.
It was the last.
Yeah,
I mean, put something, the glow on top of it or something.
I think we noticed it last Thursday, so we have to wait and see how long it takes. Oh, Froggy, so nothing on your way in, but you ran over the traffic cone, which is marking the dip in the road.
Well, we're trying to stay off the curbs more, but turns out to hit a cone.
Yesterday, Froggy brought in this character head, this mascot head that you found on the side of the road on the way in. You know, I'd love, that'd be great if every morning it's like Froggy's Road Find. Not Froggy's Road Kill, but
Froggy's drive one way.
Froggy's Road Find.
I'm going to bring in a dead raccoon.
I mean, that doesn't seem like you would deliver every day.
I'm never going to find something like that again.
There's furniture. I see mattresses on the side of the road.
Yeah, but do you want that in our
I think you bring in a poop and pee stained mattress that you find on the side of the road.
Okay.
And then we have Roxanne lay down on it.
Oh.
No, thank you. You can jump around it. You can have a pillow fight on it.
Froggy, I do have something for you a little later on.
Well, thank you.
I don't think you're going to like it, though.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I've got a complaint email about you.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, you know what happened?
Who hired the complaint department back?
Well, here's the deal. My email on my phone has been busted. It's just bizarre. I don't know what the hell happened. It's been driving me nuts. So my email didn't work on my phone for the MJ Morning Show email, because you can email me at mj@mjmorningshow.com. That's my private personal email. And for a couple of days, I mean, this started last Thursday. And my email for MJ at mjmorningshow.com was not pushing to my phone. I could log on to my email on my laptop, and it's all there. Everything's fine. But it wasn't pushing to my phone, and there was like no reason why. Now, I use Network Solutions for the email on the MJ. You know what? They charge too much. I probably need to migrate that to like Namecheap or GoDaddy or one of those, because I've got other internet domains through some of the cheaper companies, but the email goes through them, and it must have been on their end. I'm going nuts. I'm going crazy like it's my fault. It's my problem. And I'm erasing the email. I'm then putting the email back on the phone. I'm doing all the POP3 IMAP. I'm doing this port 993. I'm just checking everything, the incoming server, the outgoing server. So my outgoing is fine. I could send email, and that was fine, but none of my email was coming into my phone. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then suddenly I checked my phone this morning. So all my morning show email I had to check on my laptop, which typically I don't. I usually do my morning show email on my phone. It's in my hand. It's more convenient. So then this morning, literally just before we start the show, 5 minutes before the show, I pick up my phone and I noticed that I had all kinds of notifications for the morning show email. Everything just suddenly dumped in. So it must have been on their end. And when everything dumped in, I noticed that there was a little subject line that caught my attention. It was about you, Froggy. Oh. And I read it, and it is a pretty scathing email.
Wow. Yeah. Over Froggy?
That sounds unnecessary.
Yeah, well, why you even read it?
Well,
you just want to make me mad, huh?
Well, I did say that. Listen, I've got a listener that has engaged with us and has a couple of things they're pointing out.
Oh, so now we point out things every listener says?
No, it's not every listener. It's one listener in an email I just noticed.
Okay.
And I'm going to address it. It's coming up in just a bit. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to, probably 7 o'clock hour. I'll address it in the 7 o'clock hour, folks, so you definitely want to be listening. We are loaded today. It is a busy Tuesday morning. Oh, don't forget, Mega Millions is tonight. Now it's over $1.5 billion with the next Mega Millions jackpot drawing tonight. Pat's got traffic. We're back in a second. MJ Morning Show on Q105.
Still just the one.
Morning show on Q105, and of course that is the original September, Earth, Wind, and Fire, not the Taylor Swift remake, whatever the hell you want to call it. That did not get good reception. Am I misremembering or am I accurate? The Taylor Swift, because she did September as well, and I thought, hey, Festa, do me a favor. Can you Google that? Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Well, based on the fact that I have never even heard that she did September, must have not done that very well. Because I know a lot of Taylor Swift songs, but I didn't know she did that.
Name 3 Taylor Swift songs. Go.
Snow on the Beach.
Okay. I have no idea.
You made that up, didn't you?
No.
You could be saying anything right now, and I wouldn't know.
Cumulus clouds.
Light as a feather.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds
Yeah,
like one.
that's it. That's it. You named him. Thank you for helping me. Karma.
Hold on. Seriously.
I mean, it's problem. I'm the problem. It's me.
Do you know if anyone called me up on my cell phone and let's say it was like wacky Maniac Marty from the Maniac Marty morning show that called me up?
Yes.
And let's say the phone rings. Go ahead, Maniac Marty.
Hey, hello.
Hello. Hi, good morning. Can I help you?
Yeah, hey, this is Maniac Marty.
Hey, Maniac Marty. Can I help you this morning?
I'm calling. What am I calling you for?
You're the
again?
DJ.
Oh,
You're calling for
Dude,
a
if
contest.
That's right.
If
Sorry.
you get off your phone and pay attention to the show, maybe you know what I was setting up over here.
Yeah, Maniac Marty's got to check his
Yeah.
important
The whole joke
emails.
So if someone called me up and said for $10,000, name 3 Taylor Swift songs.
Hello, this is Maniac Marty. Who's this?
Oh,
Marty,
geez,
you can go now, Marty.
Are we starting?
Wait,
it
did you
again?
call, buddy?
No, you're.
Am I at home? Hello?
Maniac Marty, you're.
Hang on a second. My kids are bothering me. Shut up.
Maniac Marty, you're the radio DJ, and you're calling me. I'm the listener. You're just calling a random call.
Hello, who's this?
This is MJ.
MJ.
Yes.
For $10,000.
Why are you talking like you're all puking?
That's Maniac Marty.
That's
dude.
what are you talking about? This is my natural voice.
I've never heard of you. Maniac Marty? What
This is my original voice.
Maniac Marty, what do you do for
I'm the star radio guy in your town.
I've never heard of you in my town. What radio station are you
I've
on?
been here 25 years. I'm on ZTRD, the turd.
You're on the Z Turd?
Yeah, the Z turd, and I'm the new morning guy on the Z turd, ZTRD.
Wait, you're the new morning guy? I thought you said you were in the market for 25 years.
Well, I did afternoons for 25 years.
Okay.
And I
Sounds
just got
around.
bumped up finally.
Wow.
So now you're doing mornings on the Z Turd?
On the Z turd.
Okay.
And I got 3 questions for you. Actually, 1 question for you. Name 3.
Maniac Marty, are you drunk right
We
now?
got a Z turd artist that we played. Her name was Taylor Swift.
Okay, so what can I do for you, Maniac Marty?
All you have to do is name 3 Taylor Swift songs, and you win some Z turd cash.
If I name 3 Taylor Swift songs, how much money do I win?
$13.
Dude, I said $10,000.
$14.
No, I said, dude, it's $10,000.
Oh wait, let's go back. Retake. And pick me up. Pick me up where I say okay. And available is $10,000. Yes.
What the hell?
Go for it.
Man, this is a long way to go, man.
Sorry, I'm new. I mean, don't. The Z turn is a big station. I'm nervous. High up, it's broadcast high above the turd financial building.
My God, are you on drugs?
Actually, I have been drinking all day and night.
I thought that was Hal Herman.
No, this is Hal Herman. What's up? It's Hal Herman.
Big difference.
So Maniac Marty and Hal Herman sound exactly the same.
We're actually twin brothers. You didn't know that, did you?
Do you have a Maniac Marty contest call that you can dig up here quickly?
Right now?
Like in the next half an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the next half, maybe like 7 o'clock.
Oh, what's the one where the lady, we have them finish the lyrics? How about that one?
I don't know.
You know what? We might even have it in the computer. Hey, Andrew, can you look in the computer for Maniac Marty? All right, so folks, Froggy did an old character on the first MJ morning show run called Maniac Marty, a radio DJ that has this affected, puked up voice like he's doing. I can't tell the difference between Maniac Marty and Hal Herman.
I think the finish the lyrics call might be the best. Thanks, Hal. I agree with you, Marty.
I mean, I can easily tell the difference.
Can't tell the difference between me and me.
There's no difference. All right, so Andrew,
we got to get the finish the lyrics one. That one is perfect.
Yeah, Andrew found in the computer a couple of the Maniac Marty calls. I'll tell you what, I don't have time here, but I will have time at 7 o'clock because I also have early morons in the news to do in the next segment. So 7 o'clock, keep listening. At 7, I'll play an old Maniac Marty call. So where I was trying to go with this.
So Taylor Swift had a song or a version of September.
Yeah, can I just say where I'm going with this? If somebody called me up and said for $10,000, name 3 Taylor Swift songs, I could not do it. And this all started because we were just coming out of the song September by Earth, Wind, and Fire, a massive hit. And I said, remember, Taylor Swift did a cover version of that song. It's a couple of years ago, right? And it was, I think it was a stinker. I believe it didn't do well. I think she got a lot of bad reviews for the song. I asked the Fester to look that up. Am I right or wrong?
I found the song.
I don't need the song.
Well,
I do not.
After all of this, I sure would like to hear
Oh,
it.
jeez.
I kind of want to hear it.
I mean, gosh,
I'm dying to hear it.
She got good reviews, bad reviews.
I agree. I want to hear it.
Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire is a hard band to redo.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
All right, go ahead.
My September Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, all right. Now, Fester, look up what I was saying. Taylor Swift cover September. Look that up. Bad reviews or a bad reception for the song. I don't think I'm misremembering this. I don't think I'm misremember about September.
Did you misremember?
No, I'm pretty sure that I thought I remembered hearing like some pushback and some bad reviews, or the reception was not good for her cover version of that song.
That's weird. Usually all of her songs are
hits.
hits.
Taylor Swift's September cover is Joyless. That's from Spin Magazine.
Yeah, I would call that what we just listened to pretty joyless.
Hey, Spin Magazine, that's pretty well known in the music circles. Here's Washington Post. Let me see what they're saying here. This was Oh, here we go. I wasn't making this up. This is from 2018. April 13, 2018, from the Washington Post Arts and Entertainment section. Taylor Swift's cover of Earth, Wind, and Fire September is getting some pretty harsh criticism. So that's this is from Washington Post. Taylor Swift sent the internet into a tizzy on Friday, April of 2018, when she released a breathy, folksy cover of Earth, Wind, and Fire's 1978 Love Jam September on Spotify. Her version stripped away the original funk-laden sensibility and presented the tune as a slow-burning country-politan song.
That's a good description of it.
Covering a beloved song is tricky, and covering a beloved song in a new style is sure to irk some diehard fans. Anyway, that was Washington Post. Then Spin Magazine. Anyway,
yeah, she took away the funk and put in her own folk.
Well, she put in the crap is what she did.
Try that in a small town, Taylor.
Hey, easy now.
No,
Bradbury went over pretty well in a small town.
See, I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan at all. If you are, listen, more power to you. I'm not going to take anything away from you. But probably the last concert I'd want to go see would be Taylor Swift.
The last.
Yeah.
All the concerts, all the acts out there.
Yeah, I would say that Taylor Swift would be among the last of the shows. And she's about to start her, little mini residency in Los Angeles. Isn't she doing, 6 shows?
Yes.
6 freaking shows. The concert tour, I think, has already passed $1 billion. Hey, I will give Taylor Swift credit. She did bonus her truck drivers, right, that haul all the gear all over the place. Did bonus them like $100,000 a piece, which I guess is the least you can do when you got a tour that's going to gross over $1 billion. So that was actually very nice of her. What I see that Taylor Swift, I think it's truck drivers and other crew members. Yeah. It might even be some of the dancers, but I thought I heard that she's doling out like $55 or $60 million in bonuses, which I think is very, very nice. So I will pat Taylor Swift on the back for that. I think it's a very nice thing to do.
Don't pat her on the back.
But she's going to be making hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and I think it's very nice that she's giving out because for some people, you give out $100,000 bonus, that's life-changing stuff right there. So I think it's fantastic. But I'm just, not into the whole Taylor Swift scene.
We get that part.
And I remembered that her September got some really harsh criticism. Couldn't come up with any more rhymes on that thing. All right. Hey, Roxanne, I've got a favor to ask you. Because you're good with numbers.
Okay.
What time is it? 6:31. I'll tell you what, folks, hang on. I've got early morons in the news next. But first up, the minute we get back, I need to ask Roxanne a favor. And I'm asking you this favor because, well, I think you're good at this.
You want me to do your taxes? No. I was an auditor. I never did taxes. Totally different thing. No. I won't do your taxes. I don't want that liability.
I did not ask you to do my taxes. First of all, I don't want you to see all my personal financial stuff. That's number one. Number two, it's like August.
Taxes, seem like
taxes kind of starting, You
seem like the pain in the patootie type. You're asking your tax person. Tax person.
I'm a pain in the patootie?
You're a real pain in the patootie.
What are you, Rosie O'Donnell over here?
You seem like someone to get on your tax accountant in August.
I have a numbers favor for you.
Okay.
Okay? Hang on. Keep an open mind, and I'm going to ask you next. All right? Mm-hmm. And then we'll get into early morons in the news in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, speak. Before we get to the early morons in the news, would you give me a hand with something, please? I think that this might be right up your alley with your previous life, before your media life, before your radio and television life. You were an accountant and auditor at Arthur Anderson, and I think you single-handedly sunk the entire company, right?
I did. That was Enron back in 2001.
Right.
Yes.
You were in charge of the Enron account, right?
I was, yes. Even though they're in Texas. No, I was not in charge of Enron. I left before all that happened.
All right. So before I get to early morons in the news, you are good with numbers, though. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm not fast with numbers, but I'm good with them.
I don't think you need to be fast.
Okay.
I just need you to be, accurate. I forgot to scan my Mega Millions ticket from Friday night, and I purchased this on Canal Street. I purchased this Friday on Canal Street in New York at a seedy little dirty bodega. All right, so you can't take this Mega Millions ticket from New York and you can't scan it on the Florida machine, or I can't walk into Publix or Winn-Dixie and say, the customer service counter, hey, could you scan this for me? It's not going to work. It's a different state. I'm holding up my Mega Millions ticket from Friday, and of course I didn't win the jackpot. Nobody did. That's why it's rolling over to over $1.55 billion tonight for the Tuesday drawing. Would you mind going to the Mega Millions website and looking at the winning numbers, the drawing from Friday night? Can you just look at my 10 games on here and see if I won anything? And I also bought the Mega Plier. So would you mind?
Yeah, I mean, I can do that. I'm happy to do it for you, but I've never done this, so it might be a job for Fester.
Now, Fester, what do you need? You need to win even a couple of bucks or $5 or $8 or 12, whatever it is. You need to have, 3 numbers? Or if you have the Mega Ball, I think you might win something if you had the Mega Ball picked correctly, right?
Maybe. I don't know the payouts. Okay. I have to find out what the prizes are.
Would you mind? All right, I'm handing Roxanne right now. I'm holding the ticket up to MJTV, and I'm going to hand this over to Roxanne. Roxanne, can you please, on your camera, could you please hold up the ticket so people can see you're in possession of my ticket? There we go. Oh, look at that. Nice, like a product placement smile over there. Look at that.
What are you making her do it for?
Because she's good with numbers. She worked at Arthur Anderson for how many years before they crashed and burned?
I think I was there like 3.5 years.
Now, did it crash and burn while you were there, or you had left before they crashed and burned?
No, and I'm glad that I can mention this because it was the behavior of a very small group of people within a huge partnership that sunk the whole partnership. The rest of the people who worked at Arthur Anderson didn't deserve to go down with the small group of people who were, auditing Enron and working with the Enron clients.
Well,
but
I
left
sure
before.
did take that ship down, didn't they?
Yes, and quickly.
Yeah.
So I stopped working there in April of 2001, and my boss was like, if you want to come back, because I was moving to California at the time with my ex-husband, he said, if you want to come back to Florida and have your job back, that's great. But when I came back, it was bye-bye.
When did Enron crash Arthur Anderson? What year was that?
2001.
Oh, so it was right about the same time you left.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, so if you don't mind, see if I won anything on that ticket because I'm not up in New York right now and I can't get it scanned.
I'll do my best.
All right, early morons in the news. Gotta love this one. Rapper found dead in a barrel, maybe linked to the Pop Smoke murder. Remember Pop Smoke?
Yeah, it's a big story.
Did we talk about this? We kind of made fun of Pop Smoke and the whole, just the name Pop Smoke is funny,
It's a funny name. Although I don't want to insult any rappers because I don't want to get shot.
But Pop got smoked, right?
Yep.
So here's the deal. Can you imagine? There's a barrel on the beach out in California, and they open up the barrel.
Oh, man.
And you got a rapper found dead all stuffed in the barrel in the middle of the beach like in Santa Monica or something. You imagine that? Authorities are investigating whether the man whose naked body was found stuffed in a barrel. I'm sorry, Florida beach. Did I say California? Wasn't Pop Smoke? Was he smoked out in California?
I would be lying if I told you I remember
okay,
too many
that's what I was thinking.
Pop Smoke.
So I just to get the facts straight here. So authorities are investigating. Oh, because he's from California. Authorities are investigating whether the man whose naked body was found stuffed in a barrel at a Florida beach was killed in retaliation for the 2020 murder of Brooklyn-born rapper Pop Smoke.
Ooh, got a receipt.
You got any Pop Smoke on your playlist over there, Roxanne?
No.
Just checking. The victim identified as Javonta Murphy, a 32-year-old singer-songwriter from Sylmar, California, was killed with a gunshot. According to the autopsy, his naked body was discovered inside a sealed 55-gallon drum floating in the water off Malibu Lagoon State Beach. No, it was California. So wait a minute. Why does this story say?
I'm reading a New York Post article.
Yeah.
That in paragraph 1 says a barrel at a Florida beach.
Yeah, that's what I have the same story.
And then
because I saw it on TMZ and I thought it was California. It was California. It wasn't Santa Monica. It was Malibu.
Okay.
So why the hell does the story say it says Florida and then it says California in the same damn story?
What are we gonna do?
We are pretty invested in the rap game.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But can you imagine that? Can you imagine a barrel is on a beach?
Okay, so Malibu Beach is in California, north of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And
Malibu Lagoon State Beach.
Yeah, so the story is wrong in some capacity?
No, it is wrong.
I mean,
it's got two different fact patterns in the same damn paragraph.
Right, that
so some AI bot probably wrote this and just associates beach with the word Florida.
Yes. Naked body found stuffed in a barrel at a Florida beach. I'm like, no, I knew I was right. Because I had read somewhere else that it was California. It was California. It was Malibu. It was Malibu Barbie Beach.
Right by the dream house.
Is where it was found. But Pop Smoke, man, Pop Smoke got smoked back in 2020, and we might have new stories related to Pop Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
The dude was shot in the head and then body stuffed in like one of those plastic barrel, and then the barrel's just on the beach.
It's like an episode of Dexter.
Dude, it is. It's like a crazy freaking story. That's nuts.
I just got over the loss of Pop Smoke, and now this.
Unbelievable. Hey, folks, did I really need to do this story?
Oof, boy, I hope you have an angle here.
I didn't. I just wanted to say Pop Smoke.
Yes.
All right? I just wanted,
You can get a podcast for that,
I just wanted to say Pop Smoke again is what I wanted to do. All right, this is awful. This is also California. We've got some California-centric morons in the news today. Baby was found drunk. Why? The mother filled the baby bottle with alcohol to try to get the baby to stop crying.
All right.
That's awful. California mother. This is a quintessential morons in the news story. Yeah. Mother accused of filling her child's baby bottle with alcohol. 7-week-old baby was crying, so the mother tried to get the baby drunk to shut the baby up and stop it from crying.
Ugh.
Onesti de la Torre, 37, charged with child endangerment. This is out in San Bernardino County, California. Deputies were called in around 12:45 in the morning on Saturday last weekend. When they arrived, they learned the child was found intoxicated. A 7-month-old baby, an infant, intoxicated. Officials said that De La Torre was driving through Rialto and stopped to give the baby alcohol in an attempt to stop the baby from crying. The baby became intoxicated. Don't have the latest condition on the baby. She was immediately arrested and was being held on a $60,000 bond. Listen, I know, and I don't know if this is still prevalent and common, but look, Fester's doing the finger.
The finger thing.
Oh,
Okay, that's completely different.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, the finger thing, as I'm talking about this, Fester's going with his finger.
On the gums.
It's exactly. Do parents still do that? When a baby is crying and teething, do parents still take like alcohol, put it on their finger, and then rub it on the baby's gums? And is that child abuse? Is that like child endangerment if you do that?
I never did that with my kids, but I will tell you that when I was a baby, my aunt would have her bourbon in the afternoon when she was babysitting me when my parents were in Europe.
Great.
And she would give me all the ice cubes from the bourbon.
You would suck on bourbon ice cubes?
Yes.
How old were you?
An infant.
Yes.
What?
Mm-hmm.
And that just fostered a lifelong affection.
First of all, wouldn't that be a choking hazard? Oh, my God. That is hard.
Different things back then.
Well, yeah. I mean, I used to stand in the front seat of the car with my elbows and chin on the dashboard with my face pressed against the windshield.
Right?
Yeah, things were a little different back then. 100% right.
Why were my parents leaving an infant to go to Europe?
Yeah. That's another thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to postpone the trip.
Yeah.
I want to ask Mom.
6:51 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, did you find the Maniac Marty bit to play?
Andrew, you got it right, buddy?
Yeah, we're getting a thumbs up.
Yes, sir.
So if you missed the second segment of the show at about 6:20 this morning, if you missed the Maniac Marty talk, which was somehow related to Taylor Swift, if you missed it, well, we'll bring you up to speed. We also dug up an old Maniac Marty radio contest call from the archives, which we'll play next, and there's a whole reason for it. So I'll bring you totally up to speed so you know exactly what we're talking about. But no, funny Maniac Marty fake radio contest bit. We'll play that out of the archives next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. Absolutely. All right, 7:03 at the MJ Morning Show. No,
Not me. Not
no,
me.
no, no, no,
not
no,
Roxanne,
no,
not
no, no,
Roxanne.
no, 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 no.
Roxanne.
All right, folks, you got the.
Roxanne's toxic in her own ways. which I
No,
love.
Festa, don't
Which I
no, Festa, don't even
All right.
conflate, don't
Let's
even
go.
confuse.
Come on, let's go.
All right, welcome back. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, and no, I was just agreeing with Roxanne. There's
Now the Britney Spears song is in my head.
what is that?
Toxic.
Oh. No, Roxanne is just having an issue, and well, there's a personality that she's dealing with in the building that's just totally. Listen, I'm not mentioning names. I'm not mentioning names, but no, I know who
This
you're.
is funny.
I
This
know.
is funny to me.
I know who
Okay.
you're talking about, and yes,
Okay, well, you're-
she's toxic, and I understand why you're having issues.
Could
And
you-
Are you all
and
nuts?
Whatever I can listen.
What are you doing?
Whatever I can do to help you through this.
Okay.
I am here for you,
I
Roxanne.
appreciate that. You're losing it a little bit. You're,
All right,
you're,
all right,
you're
folks.
losing me.
All right, folks. Listen, there's a little behind the scenes action going on right here.
What are you all talking
And-
about? I just walked in.
Right,
I missed
right.
everything.
Froggy has no idea what's going on. We were just having a conversation off the air while Whitesnake was playing, and I'm just trying to show my support
Thank
for
you.
Roxanne and whatever I can do to help you navigate this situation. You're a member, a valued member of the MJ Morning Show team.
Very
so
valued.
whatever I can do to help you through this very difficult situation with this very toxic gaslighting individual, I'm happy to help you. You let me know. I will do as much or as little as you want me to do to help you through this little personal situation, okay?
I have helped you with your lotto ticket.
Nice,
situation.
Roxanne. Nice.
Thank you. Beautiful segue to get me off the subject.
exactly.
Listen, listen. We talk about everything on this program, and you're having a distressed situation.
I
and
wouldn't call it distress.
It
I
is.
would just
It is
call
distressed.
Okay.
What's going on? Just tell me.
No, Roxanne is
Nobody
having.
else is
No,
listening.
no.
Roxanne is having an issue with somebody here in the building.
Oh, don't let them bother
and
you.
I will help her through whatever I can do to help out. All right, let me move on. And folks, when we can talk about this in more depth, I shall. All right.
Oh boy.
You know me. I don't tend to hold much back. I tend to just throw everything out there.
You throw gas on the fire. Yes,
in
gas
the
on the fire.
meantime,
Yes.
In the meantime.
In the meantime, I have good news. I have bad news and good news for you on your lotto
All right,
tickets.
we have a Maniac Marty classic phone call I want to play in a second, and this was for a specific reason. We'll explain in a second. I also asked Roxanne for some assistance just a few minutes ago because I realized that I had my New York printed Mega Millions ticket for Friday night's drawing that I did not check. On Saturday or Sunday before I left Manhattan, I could have scanned my ticket at a store to see if I had any winning numbers on the Friday night Mega Millions jackpot. Tonight it's going to be $1.55 billion estimated, right? Is that still the number they're sticking with?
According to their website, yes.
All right, so at least $1.55 billion. That's the annuitized payout. What's the cash value on that,
It
Fester?
was like 7 something.
Yeah,
I have to
can
go
you-
back
can
to-
you-
I have to go back to the webpage.
like
Hold
757 or
on.
something?
Something like that. Yeah. I got to pull it up.
Yeah, well, just leave the window open. Obviously, we're going to talk about it all morning long. So I didn't scan my ticket on the way out to see if I had a lesser winner. So I asked Roxanne, hey, listen, you're a former accountant. Can you just take a look at my ticket and go to the Mega Millions website, find the winning numbers, and see by any chance if I had, 3 numbers or if I got the Mega Ball? And so what's my good news and bad news here?
Well, the good news was I thought you won $12, but that was if you had a drawing on July 21st. So the bad
Hold
news.
on. No, we want Friday night's number, not July
I
20.
just told you that. Yeah. At
All
first
right.
I was like, oh, good news. You won $12. No. The bad news is you won nothing. But the good news is I'm going to defer my fees for doing that work for you.
Okay.
No way. You need to invoice his ass.
He needs an invoice.
Invoice my butt.
I'm a businesswoman.
So I
And
won.
time is money.
You don't think I won anything on that ticket?
Nothing.
Like total loser? Total loser.
Total loser.
I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
Sounds like a deal.
All right, so Maniac Marty, we went to the archives. we dug out a classic Froggy Maniac Marty call. Froggy does a DJ named Maniac Marty, who I think sounds just like Hal Herman, by the way. The reason why we brought this up is we were talking about Taylor Swift in the second segment of the show, about 6:20 this morning. And it was because we played the Earth, Wind, and Fire song September, and I said, you know what, that Taylor Swift cover version of September, man, that didn't do very well, and a lot of criticism was abound for that song. And I said, and somehow it morphed into, I don't know a lot of Taylor Swift songs, and I said, if someone called me up and said, for $10,000, if you can name 3 Taylor Swift songs, almost, I was going to say one, but I do know September. But other than that, I couldn't name, other than September, that awful cover version that she did, I couldn't name one other Taylor Swift song.
Karma is a
I couldn't name that. I could not name that song. So
that's about all I know.
Froggy brought up the fact that Maniac Marty did some contesting with song lyrics. So we have a classic.
It's perfect.
It is a classic Maniac Marty call. Here it is.
Hello.
Yes, hi. I'm looking for Miss. Is this you?
Yeah, it is.
My name is Marty. I host a local radio show on in the morning. My name is Maniac Marty, and I'll have you live on the radio right now as we speak. I got a question for you. Now, how would you feel about winning a $5,000 shopping spree?
$5,000?
$5,000. All right, now you haven't won it yet, okay? We're going to play it's going to be a very simple game. We have a winner basically every day. The game's called Maniac Marty's Finish the Lyrics. It's very self-explanatory what I'm going to do, and this is if you want to play. All right, what I'm going to do is play very popular songs, and all you have to do is finish the lyrics when I stop the song. It's that simple.
I can do that.
All right, are you at work right now, or you're not too busy, are you? It's going to take just a few minutes.
I'm not too busy. Honey, I am not too busy. You have all my attention. I'm ready.
You sound excited. You sound ready to go. Are you ready for your first song on Maniac Marty's Finish the Lyrics?
Yes, I am ready. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Here's your first song. Now I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to stop it, and you just finish the lyrics. It's that simple. Here we go.
I got it.
All right.
Billie Jean is not my lover. Woo! She's just a girl who thinks that I am the one.
All right.
Yes, I did it.
That was unbelievable. My goodness.
All right.
I told you that's how the game works. It's that simple. You got that one. You nailed it right on the head.
All right. Thank you.
2 more, and you got yourself a $5,000 shopping spree.
Okay, I'm ready.
Song number 2 coming up right now. I'm going to play it. Remember, when I stop it, you just continue the lyrics, all right?
All right.
All right, here. You need a little respect, and you're going to get it because you're about to win $5,000. Unbelievable.
Right.
You're doing fantastic. Listen, one more song. You got to finish the lyrics. $5,000 shopping spree. I'm sure you need it for the holidays. Who doesn't need an extra $5,000 of shopping? Huh? Am I right?
All right. I know I need it.
All right, here we go. The last song, you get this right. Like I said, $5,000 in your hand, shopping spree to any department store of your choosing.
Yes, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Song number 3 on Maniac Marty's Finish the Lyrics.
I can't even understand what those people are saying. For real, Marty.
No, I mean, this is the game. Come on. Everybody knows that song.
How you going to go from Michael Jackson and Aretha Franklin to those people?
Come on, it's
They're
easy.
Rah, 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 rah.
Are you saying that you forfeit? Because then you're not going to win anything, and I really want you to win.
See, I don't want to forfeit because that, I'm telling you, Marty, nobody in the world has ever heard that song.
Okay, time is running out. 3, 2, and oh, wow, I'm sorry. Now, the lyrics were, I'm going to eat your nose and dig out your eyeballs with my thumbs. Now, come on.
So what?
I'm sorry, you lost. Oh, I apologize. I mean, it happens. We have winners, we have losers.
Just play another
I'm
song
sorry,
for me.
we can't give you another one, but thanks for playing. Finish the lyrics on the Maniac Marty Show. $5,000 still on the line for somebody else, not this loser. All right.
No, don't. Just hang up the phone on
That's pretty funny, Froggy.
Well, thank you. Well, Maniac Marty did it. That's me.
I mean, you get Michael Jackson, you get Aretha Franklin, two huge smash hit songs, and then you play some. What the hell was that music you played? Do you remember what that was?
Death Fart.
No, it wasn't. Is that a real band? No, Death Fart.
I heard their concert stinks.
What was that?
I can't remember. That was
some
forever
death
ago.
metal.
Play more of my old stuff, man.
Oh,
Stuff
man.
holds up.
How long ago was that?
10 years
15.
ago, 15, a long time ago. 7:14 at the MJ Morning Show. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Froggy, listen, we just showcased some of your great stuff, but there is a listener with a complaint email that I just saw this morning that I have to share with you.
There's the highs and there's the lows.
There's the highs and the lows.
Peaks and valleys, as they say.
And
I'm into that.
It could get very low next. Plus, an hour and 20 minutes of other material starts next. Don't move here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey. Morning show on Q105. It is 7:25. I've got a warning coming up at about 7:45, so about 20 minutes from right now. A MJ Morning Show consumer alert, public safety and service message is coming up. 7:45. People are falling for this in droves. I mean, tens of millions of people. And I'm betting that many of you are suckered and sucked into this deal as well. And I don't want you to be victimized. I want you to know the real deal. I'm guessing that many of you have no idea what you've done. 7:45 this morning, major warning about an app, which is probably on many of the phones of listeners that are listening to the show right now here on the MJ Morning Show. So heads up, that's coming up in just a bit. Here we go. We're starting an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We got a lot of stuff to cram in here. First of all, quick update. Roxanne, you sent me a note in your email prep for Sunday night. I didn't get to this yesterday, but hey, listen, it's not totally timely. But you sent me a note on Sunday night that Doug, your new husband, your fiance and lover boy for, 10 years before you finally got married a couple of months back.
Living in sin for a long time.
All right. So there's this bizarre story where you guys have a new housekeeper, which Doug found.
Yes, he found her on the side of the road.
Yeah, Doug found a housekeeper on the side of the road. Allegedly, let me see if I have my facts straight. He was driving on Davis Islands?
No.
Where was it?
I have not yet pinned that down yet, but it was near one of the properties.
All right, so
in South Tampa, probably.
All right, so Roxanne and Doug, they've got numerous rental properties and Airbnb and this and that, and so Doug saw a woman coming out of a house, I guess, with cleaning supplies.
Yes,
and
in a uniform, supposedly in a uniform.
And supposedly Doug, looking for a good cleaning person, saw this amazingly attractive woman coming out of a house with cleaning supplies and maybe some kind of cleaning uniform. What, like Alice the housekeeper?
Yeah.
In the Brady Bunch?
Yeah.
All right. So Doug stopped and got the information and then started using her to clean some of the properties. And then you've actually had her to your house a couple of times, right?
Yes, we have. And these to do special projects. And it usually happens when Doug is going out of town and he wants to make me happy. So he's like, hey, guess who's going to come? Alessandra. It's like, basically it's,
her name is
trick.
Alessandra, and Alessandra is Brazilian, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Roxanne has, and this is not a bunch of, grubby guys saying this. Roxanne says that she's a supermodel and that puts Gisele Bündchen to shame.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
You're saying that this Brazilian supermodel housekeeper puts Gisele Bündchen to shame.
She's just a natural beauty. I mean, she was at my house, not in her uniform. I have yet to see her uniform, but she just is a tall and beautiful face and skin and gorgeous. Yeah.
All right. Well, you sent me a note that Doug thinks it's hilarious when we talk about the Brazilian supermodel housekeeper.
He loves it. Yeah.
And yesterday you had to drop a check off at her house?
Yes, we did.
For what work?
For other properties, because she hasn't been to my house in a while.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Good question, Fester.
I have asked you, so you went to her house and was she there?
I sat in the car.
Was she there?
I don't know. I have no idea.
But I've asked you to get a picture. We need her to pose.
I sent you a picture that day. You held it up to the screen.
No. But that's like, where'd you get that picture?
I found it on social media.
You found, but we don't know if that's her.
Yes, it's her.
All right, listen. You need to, why couldn't you just say, hey, can I get a real picture of you? You need to take a picture with your phone so we can be the judge, let our listeners be the judge about Roxanne and Doug's supermodel Brazilian runway model housekeeper.
Okay, so you asked for a picture. I produced a picture.
No,
what kinds of hoops do you want me to jump through?
You found some kind of candid-looking shot, which I don't even know if it's really her.
It is really her.
All right. Anyway,
and I'm not. It's very awkward to be like, "Hi, Alessandra. I do this radio show."
No, you got to take it on the down low.
Does she know we're talking about her?
Dude, that's creepy.
No.
Does she have?
No.
So she has no idea.
Well, I don't know.
Does she listen to the show?
I don't know. I didn't ask her if she listened. I've only met her 2 times.
Probably
I met her
listens to
2
Nandi and
times.
Christy, right? She's
I don't know.
Espanol?
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's a Portuguese one.
Dude,
Yeah.
Brazilian. Come on, did you not know that in Brazil
I
they speak?
knew that.
You
of
did
course.
not.
Please, the home of Cristiano Ronaldo.
In Brazil they speak Portuguese.
Yes, they do.
All right, listen. I want to take this to the next level.
Oh, dude,
You
you're
always have to
obsessed.
escalate everything.
Oh, you think I'm an escalator?
You're a complete escalator.
You think I'm an escalator at Dillard's?
Yeah, the kinds that chop off people's feet.
Oh, do you remember that awful incident at Tyrone Square? Didn't a little kid lose like toes or fingers or something? Remember
I
that?
saw a video of somebody putting a crock through an elevator or through an escalator.
Oh,
They just
yeah.
get caught by a second. You're done.
Oh,
Foot
man.
gone.
Yeah, don't wear Crocs on an escalator. Hey, Fester, that's all he wears is
I know.
Crocs.
Dude, when I go on escalators, I take them out of sport mode.
All right, I'm escalating.
Oh, I got a little tidbit for you.
Jeez, can I finish my thought?
No,
Can you please?
can't.
I love a tidbit.
All right,
So guess what? She lives. How about this? Alessandra lives within 2 minutes of our house.
Whoa.
all right.
That's fishy.
Hey, Roxanne,
What?
is it possible that Doug is running some elaborate fast one on you? I mean, you never see her. He always seems to see her. You have to wait in the car while he drops off
Well,
a check.
it's
But
funny,
you've
the
seen
check-
her in your house though, right?
Yes.
So
yes,
you
2
have
times.
physically seen her. All right, listen.
Oh, man.
I want to escalate this to the next level. Why don't you ask Alessandra, the Brazilian supermodel housekeeper, to come into the show one morning?
Oh, MJ.
Absolutely not.
What do you mean absolutely not?
Because I liked
could-
her. I liked her. When I met her, I got nothing but good vibes
So
from her.
what am I going to do
because
to wreck
this
that?
is a bee's nest. This is a wasp's nest.
This is
No.
a wasp. This is it's a
What's-
crappy studio.
What's
I
worse?
wish this was a wasp's nest. I would be
Call
more.
me a white Anglo-Saxon.
I would be.
Protestant?
I'm not Protestant.
A hornet's nest.
There you go.
All right, Roxanne, come on. What's the problem here?
The problem is
Ask-
I liked her. She's a nice, beautiful woman.
Ask Alessandra if she'll come into the studio. I want to see if she's really this supermodel housekeeper that makes Giselle Bundchen look like a dumpster fire.
So
She
what's
does.
going to happen, MJ? She
Yeah.
comes in and if she doesn't blow the house away, you're going to be like, oh, you're not as hot as Giselle.
I would not do that.
That's the point.
And then, so what if she is? Then Roxanne's
You're gonna
right. Okay, I don't
drool
need to
over her.
just slam it in your face that, yes, I'm correct. She's beautiful.
Doug will never let that happen because he is currently running a very elaborate ruse on Roxanne, which he is falling for hook, line, and sinker. Roxanne has met her enough to let her guard down, but not enough to be too personal.
Pretty much.
He's-
Well,
oh.
the envelope of cash or check or whatever it was that we were dropping off was addressed to Antonio, her
Whatever.
husband, not Alessandra.
Sounds like he's making
And I
payments.
Antonio's really bleep blocking you, Doug, isn't he?
Oh.
No, he ain't.
Are you guys swingers?
Absolutely not.
All right, can I call Doug right now? I'm sorry, I was just texting with the mayor. I was just texting with Mayor Jane Castor.
She's very interested in Alejandro?
No.
What's-
Listen, there is a very, very. I literally. I'm sorry, I zoned out for a few seconds here. I was just texting with Mayor Jane Castor, the mayor of Tampa. There is a crazy story about. Can call. Yep, right now. Okay, sure. Let me just send her. So hang on. Call now. Now is great.
What's happening?
All right. So I'm sorry. A story just broke about Jane Castor, the mayor of Tampa, and she was on a fishing trip, and you're not going to believe what the hell they caught. Hang on, she's calling right now. Mayor, it's the MJ Morning Show Live. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We are fabulous. So I kind of checked out of the show for 30 seconds while I was answering your text, and so the crew was talking. They were trying to figure out what I was doing. I'm trying to get the mayor on. All right, this is a crazy story. We'll get back to the housekeeper story in a minute, but you're available now. So a story is broken this morning that you were on a fishing trip, and it is an unbelievable story of what you caught.
All right. Some of the people were calling it square grouper.
Yes.
That's the name for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Froggy, say hi to the mayor.
Hello, Mayor. This is Froggy.
So, Mayor, Froggy taught us about square grouper
Yes.
a long time ago.
That's funny.
All right, so where were you and what happened?
Well, we go down to the Keys every year, my family and I, for mini season, one of my son's birthday. So we go down there and go fishing and then scout out the lobster. And then on Wednesday and Thursday are the actual mini seasons. So we were out fishing in the Atlantic on Sunday for mahi and got into a bunch of mahi. Coming back, and my younger brother said, "Hey, there's something floating in the water." And quite often there's triple tail or other fish under any floating debris.
Yep.
So the closer we got, I'm like, "Oh boy." So we got up close, and it had been in the water for a while because it was a split in the plastic covering. I said, "Well, that's cocaine."
Oh my gosh!
Pulled it
Wow.
over to the boat and lifted it on, and then of course my family's panic stricken, like, "Oh my gosh, what if it has a transmitter in it?" And I said, "Relax." I said, "If there's
What, Pablo Escobar is going to come after you?
Right. I said, if there's any tracker and the battery's long dead, that thing's been floating for a while." So as we got into the no-wake zone, I just called the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and then gave them the address of where we were staying. So they came out and met us. We had marked it on the Garmin, on the GPS of where we found it, for whatever that's worth. But anyway, found out later it was 70 pounds, and they said the street value was $1.1 million.
What? This is crazy. You're out fishing, and you see $1.1 million of floating cocaine. Now, granted, you are the former police chief for the Tampa PD. You're now, of course, the mayor of the city of Tampa, my city, and thank you for your hard work. But were you nervous at all in having possession of $1.1 million of coke?
No, not at all. Having worked narcotics for so many years and working on interdiction task forces and so forth, you really don't even look at those things as if they're real, if you know what I mean. Like, I've been on initiatives before where somebody calls up and says, "Hey, can you have one of your undercovers meet somebody up at this restaurant and pick up a duffel bag from them?" And you get back to the office and there's like $300,000-$400,000 in it in cash. Those kind of things that it's just, that's the work that you do. So it didn't really, I wasn't nervous. I didn't think the cartel was coming after it, but I think my family was a little bit nervous.
You ever see Narcos on Netflix?
Yes.
That's a great
series.
It is awesome series. So you're suddenly in the middle of a Narcos, episode.
Right.
Now,
Right.
How long, Mayor? Folks, we're on the phone with Mayor Jane Castor, who on a recent fishing trip, they saw floating debris. Turns out they hauled in a $1.1 million street value, 70-pound haul of cocaine floating in the Keys. How long were you in possession of the cocaine before the Monroe County Sheriff's Office came out?
Not long at all, because I called when we got to the no-wake zone, if anybody's familiar with Vaca Cut, down through there, and went up the canal, the house that we were staying at, and I called them as soon as we hit the no-wake zone. So it was probably, 10, 15 minutes before we made it back to the dock, and then just probably 5 more minutes. And Monroe had called the local police department, so officer came up and he goes, "Well, I'm going to have to call somebody else." So he went out to his police car, and I tell you, it wasn't 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes at customs. A couple of customs officers showed up, and they picked it up and walked off with it.
Did anyone know that you were the mayor of Tampa, former TPD chief?
Well, I did tell the first officer that came in, I don't know if you guys have ever been mahi fishing, but they bleed a lot. So I told the officer, I said, "Don't be alarmed. My family sort of looks like a crime scene right now," because you've got the fish blood on the boat and on your shirt. But anyway,
the whole place is bloody, and you got $1.1 million of cocaine.
Right. What's suspicious here?
Really.
Let's ask ourselves, really.
Oh man.
But so anyway, the customs guys came and and picked it up. But it was funny because, there's a lot of people go down for mini season. So everybody on that canal, a lot of different vacationers. So the next day we came in from scoping out the lobster holes, and the neighbors yell over, "Hey, you guys got any more square grouper?"
That's great. So credit to the Tampa Bay Times. We saw the story. It just got published. I guess the story just came out this morning. Had the Tampa Bay Times get a hold of the story? How'd they find out?
I'm not sure because I didn't really tell anybody. I mean, clearly we sent photos to family members, and those kind of like I get my sister-in-law, well, there goes our vacation home, those kind of just jokes back and forth. But
because it just got published on the Tampa Bay Times website 35 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, you guys know I'm not looking for that kind of attention, but it was pretty funny. I did tell the officer that came in, I did tell him, I said, look, I retired from the Tampa Police Department. He had actually retired from up north and come down, but I didn't mention anything about being the mayor.
Yeah, you left that part out.
Anyway, great story. Awesome story. Mayor Jane Castor, City of Tampa, found a 70-pound package of cocaine, street value $1.1 million, recently floating in the Keys.
Yeah,
so
funny, right?
So, Mayor, you worked
all the places.
Yep.
Mayor, you worked in narcotics for a long time in Tampa Police.
Yeah, I did. I worked in narcotics on the street level, and then up in a mid-level interdiction. As a detective and as a supervisor.
Okay, what happens to the drugs now? Federal agents have them.
They'll take them, and then what we did in our area. Clearly, this is a federal customs agency, but what we do locally is they're all weighed, everything for evidentiary value, and put into our secure evidence lockers, and then depends on how much you have, but every 6 months to a year, a group of detectives will take them out to the city incinerator and watch them being destroyed.
Yeah, typically it's burned. Mayor, I know you got a busy day ahead. Thank you so much for coming on the MJ Morning Show with this breaking cocaine news.
All right, you guys have a great day. Nice talking to you, MJ. Nice meeting you, Froggy. You guys enjoy.
You as well, Mayor.
All right, talk to you guys later.
Don't cook the square grouper. That's
really.
Advice of the day.
Never.
Thanks a lot.
See you.
Bye. No way.
Look at that.
That's great.
That's great.
The mayor rules.
Yeah. So somebody tipped off. She doesn't know how the Tampa Bay Times got the story. Tampa Bay Times literally just published this
a half an hour ago, a little over half an hour.
37 minutes ago now.
We just talked about square grouper.
Yeah. We talked about it numerous times.
That's crazy.
If you cook a square grouper, does that make it crack? Does it turn it into crack?
Oh, yeah.
Is that
Nice.
Yeah. How about that?
Hey, I'm writing the Mayor Jane Castor post right now, so you can find that up on myq105.com shortly.
I
was writing that one.
Damn it, I was.
And I actually feel quite guilty, like doing the SEO. You have to do search words, and I'm writing Mayor Jane Castor cocaine. I just don't even like to write that.
No.
Hey, is Doug available if I call him quickly?
That's a point of contention because I started to realize when I took a day off last week that he and the girls sleep in, and that's why they don't mind staying up until 11 o'clock every summer night. So he might be sleeping, but you can try him.
That party train's over this week. They go back to school, Thursday in Hillsborough County?
Mama is happy, yes.
Well, why is he not coming up in my... I got to go to my contacts. Yeah, I don't have any texts with Doug. That's why I was in the texting. All right, so I want to call Doug about the Brazilian supermodel housekeeper. Then I have the giant warning. It's 7:44, so I got to get to the warning quickly here. So get Doug's name in here.
I can't make any promises that he'll pick up. They sleep in.
All right, hang on a minute. Here's his number. I got it. All right, calling Doug. 813. Oh, he's got an easy number.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
kind of like someone else is in the room.
Yeah. What?
Festers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not far off Festers. Trying to get Doug on the phone. And Doug, who appears not to be picking up the damn phone. So you think he's like sleeping and drooling on the pillow right now?
For real.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Yep, last week.
Your call has been forwarded to
You're sleeping.
All right, here's what I want, though. Talk to him. see if you can get the Brazilian supermodel housekeeper just to stop by the morning show.
Why don't we call her?
It's an awesome story. Why don't we have her come in? It's going to be fine.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, MJ.
Yes.
Would you be okay if Chloe was asked to come into a morning show so people could discuss whether or not she was hotter than Giselle Bundchen?
Okay, so if
So-
Chloe was the clean...
Who's Giselle Bundchen? Yes. Can you show me a picture of Giselle Bundchen?
All right, so if Chloe
I
was
can
the
never say
clean
her name. I
person-
just can't. Giselle. Yeah. So I mean, that's rude. That's rude.
It's not rude.
It's
Do
extraordinarily
you know how
rude.
many people want to see your alleged supermodel Brazilian housekeeper? It's an enormous amount of people. All right, I got to move on here. It's 7:45. I want to be on time here, and this is really, really serious. And we've mentioned this a few times. I want to get a little bit more in depth on this because tens of millions of people have been suckered into putting this app on their phone. They are utilizing this app. Do you know the consequences of having this app on your phone? What app is it? Do you guys have any idea? Fester, why are you giving me an eye roll?
If it's TikTok, I'm going to smack
I know
Fester.
if it's TikTok, I mean, I'm going to smack everybody in here because MJ's like Mr. Super anti-TikTok.
It is not TikTok.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
You're
fine.
going to stop rolling your eyes now?
That's not my first guess because I know that you're triggered by any kind of TikTok story.
Yes.
There are some similarities to a certain extent, but it's not TikTok.
Was it like YouTube Shorts?
No.
Facebook?
It is, ladies and gentlemen, Teemu. Who has Teemu on their phone? Teemu is
Better question. Who's heard of it?
You haven't heard of Teemu?
You haven't heard of Teemu?
You haven't heard of Teemu?
I will say, originally I thought it was a dating site for larger people, but it isn't.
What, Teemu? Is that
If you're looking for some full-figured people,
All right.
go to Teemu.
Teemu is a shopping app that has been downloaded by tens and tens of millions of Americans. I'm going to go to phones here. Our phones are going to light up on Teemu.
How do you spell it?
Teemu. 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 It's an app. Let me.
So I just opened up my app store.
Yep.
And the first suggested app
Yep.
is Teemu, the orange box.
So you don't even type in Teemu.
No, because you open up the app store and it has
Yep.
suggested Teemu, Heads Up.
How the
Fantasy
hell
Hike.
have you guys? I've even mentioned Teemu.
I've never heard of it.
I've mentioned it on the air over the last couple of months.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of Teemu.
Are you guys kidding? It's a shopping app. It's China-based, and there are all kinds of problems here.
Is it like Wish? Because I've been on Wish before, which is another
I'm- You know what? It's similar. So it's like ridiculously low-priced crap.
Yeah, I bought a watch off of Wish.
What, for $6.20 or something?
Yeah, it was the best
Yeah.
2 months of my life while it worked.
Yeah, and then it took like 17 days to get there, right?
Yeah, right.
All right, let me share with you. Look, the phones are already ringing on Teemu. Folks, this is an MJ Morning Show alert. All right, let me be very clear about this because I've seen a new resurgence in the last week or so on chatter about why you should not have the Teemu app on your phone. So they offer all kinds of cheap crap, like a gold necklace for $2.
Oh, nice.
17 T-shirts for $1.96. I mean, it's ridiculous.
What is it? Vending machine jewelry?
It's ridiculously low-priced crap. But I'm telling you, man, this is a sucker job, and you're getting suckered in to letting the Chinese Communist government into your lives and see everything about you.
So what's the difference between this and TikTok?
Well, again, this is not TikTok, but also TikTok is enabling the Chinese Communist government to collect all kinds of data on Americans.
Oh, look at these deals.
This is Fester. Just hang on a minute.
They got a nose hair shaver for $3.
And 63 cents.
Yeah, the 250 zip ties for $1.61.
Yep.
That's a little
deal.
overpriced.
Well, this is a whole racket. This is like a Trojan horse of the worst kind. So they offer these ridiculously good bargains on merchandise, and people are suckered in. Teemu, Teemu. And folks, They run ads all over the place. It comes up on my Instagram scroll all the time. These Teemu ads for cheap stuff. 50 million Americans have already downloaded the Teemu app on your phone. Attention. Hang on, let me get my megaphone. Hang on a minute.
Good thing we have the megaphone batteries in.
Attention, 50 million Americans who have put the Teemu app on your iPhone or your Android device. You are allowing the Chinese Communist government to see everything on your phone.
That's really a very wordy warning.
Yeah,
I thought that was a pretty direct warning.
Yeah, but a little wordy.
50 million Americans. Let me give you facts and details. Let me get into the meat of why you should not have this free app, which at last check was number one in the Apple App Store. So it will steal your personal data. Chinese apps in general will steal all of your personal data and give it to the Chinese Communist government. So the Teemu parent company is a company called Pinduoduo or PDD. They have installed malware in the past, and they have just totally sucked out all of the information on people's phones, malware on their phones. They have absolutely just shredded phones and computers and stealing data, just total data thieves. So they have embedded coding that also makes it nearly impossible to completely uninstall the app. So in some cases, with some of this Pinduoduo PDD apps that people have installed, you have to hard reset. You have to factory reset your phone to get rid of all of their little spiders crawling all over your phone, stealing data in many, many cases. So they have embedded coding. This Pinduoduo, when they were caught, they apparently allegedly deleted the malware out of their app. So this embedded coding that has made it nearly impossible to uninstall some of their apps. Apparently, it was taken down from Google Play. Pinduoduo, the parent company, and some of their apps have already been removed. But listen to this. And this is how devious it is. Pinduoduo, PDD, the parent company of Teemu, when they were caught, they allegedly deleted the malware. But listen to this report. Rumor was that the software engineer team responsible for all of the malware, they were just moved over to the Teemu team. So now they're doing Teemu.
Emu. It's like
I know. I've been thinking about that. Yeah.
Emu.
And Doug.
Thanks, Froggy.
Teemu, emu.
And Doug.
Teemu,
That's all I'm thinking of.
The Teemu. They're going to steal that from Liberty Mutual next. They're going to steal they're going to have what is that? Is that an ostrich? What is that thing?
It's an emu.
An emu.
It's
I'm
an
sorry.
emu, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the same family. That's right. It is an emu.
It's an emu. It's
That's
very
right.
specifically.
Right. It is called.
emu.
It's in the name.
Yeah, the limu emu.
It is the emu. What the hell am I thinking? All right. So, folks, you got to get rid of this. Look, every line is jammed. All right, folks, if you're on hold, hang on. We're going to go to phone calls in a minute on the Teemu app. But a lot of people, you buy these ridiculously cheap products and they suck. They fall apart. The quality is absolute garbage. More on that in a second. But the story that I read from the Post was, do you really want to have a Chinese app on your phone that has access to all of your contacts, your calendar, all of your photos, all of your social media accounts, all of your chats, your texts? That's what they can have access to. And you might say, well, tons of companies have permissions and access. The difference is that the Chinese spy apps, they go further, they go deeper. And it's the Chinese Communist government that has access to all of this information if you have the Teemu shopping app on your phone. Any data obtained by private companies in China is immediately handed over to the state. All data, it is required. They have a law in China that all data that Chinese private companies, in quotes, private company, they have to turn it all over to the Chinese Communist government. And Communist China is in the midst of the biggest data collection blitz that mankind has ever seen. Like Alibaba, Pinduoduo, the parent company of Teemu, for instance. Back in 2017, the Chinese Communist Party passed a law requiring all companies to turn over any data that may be useful to national security.
What's the law of diminishing returns on data? I mean, aren't they just going to have too much data at some point?
No, no, absolutely not. They can't get enough data is the actual answer there. So the effect, of course, is that all Chinese companies have to give all data they collect to the Chinese Communist Party. So if you've got the app, they're stealing all your stuff off your phone and they're handing it over to the Chinese commies. That's what's going on. So when you download a Chinese app and you register, you're handing over everything to the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. There are no private companies in China. Hold on. Who's mumbling over here? Who just?
Oh, sorry. I just somebody called me and I told him I'd call him back.
Dude, can you just focus
you
on
didn't
this?
hear that?
I did too. Why do you think I stopped?
We stopped the whole show because we all heard
I'm
you go.
sorry.
Kim, back.
But like the Chinese Communist Party and their constitution, which is supposedly guaranteeing freedom of speech and freedom of religion, it's a total sham. Total sham. Do you think it's fair to say there's no such thing as a truly private company in China? Asked Representative Mike Gallagher from Wisconsin. He's the chairman of the Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party. He asked this of intelligence expert William Evanina last week. Chairman, that's correct, replied this expert. The former head of the National Counterintelligence and Security Center, in my experience in the national or in the intelligence community in the last decade, I have not seen an example of a private company that is not owned, operated, or influenced by the Chinese Communist Party. So in other words, by downloading a Chinese app, you are not doing business with a private Chinese company. You're doing business with the Chinese Communist government. They talk about, the Chinese Communist Party having murdered up to 100 million of its own citizens in purges. Also, the labor. In many cases, the labor for these products, especially,
Children.
The cotton, for instance, if you're buying socks, underwear, T-shirts, a lot of it is Uyghur harvested cotton. And we all know what's going on with the Uyghur. Anyway, the bottom line here is, folks, that this is a major security flaw and issue if you have the Teemu app, T-E-M-U, on your phone. And with that, I want to go to calls. I haven't even given out the phone number yet.
Every line's jammed.
And all the lines are jammed. When I hang up with somebody, if you want to get in, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Do you have Teemu? Did you know about all this? Are we educating you on Teemu for the very first time? Have you purchased Teemu products that have arrived, and have you gotten inferior crap? This, I'm telling you, this is like a Trojan horse to suck people in to then get all of their data. We're getting tricked. Same thing with TikTok. America is getting tricked. Let's grab Joy in Tampa. Joy, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi, Joy.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. So your thoughts on Teemu and what I've just revealed?
Okay, here's my thoughts. Number one, the reason why I use it, and I've spent thousands. I started with AliExpress, and I can't afford the clothes that are here in the U.S. compared to what I'm getting on Teemu. And the quality isn't that bad. Everyone says my kid is the best-dressed kid in the world. I don't know why we're upset about if they get our pictures. What are they going to do with my pictures?
Hold on a minute. So you don't care if they're collecting all of your contacts. You don't care if they're collecting everything out of your address book, your calendar. So you're fine in having the Chinese...
Well, because I don't keep personal stuff on there. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Call my daughter and say hi?
Good point, man.
No, you do have personal... You don't even know what they have access to. They have access to all your search histories on your web browsing, contacts, your text messages. You're totally underestimating what they have access to. And listen,
You know what the problem is? I'm addicted to it.
Well,
I am
and
literally
guess what?
addicted to it.
That is
I
exactly,
uninstalled it.
but that's exactly what the Chinese Communist government wants to hear. You are a perfect example. They've reeled you in.
I know. I heard you before talking about it, and I said, "Oh, I'm getting this off of my phone." And then I needed some clothes for the baby. I went to Walmart, and a freaking pair of a little onesie was $14, and I was like,
Forget that.
Fudge.
So what is it? $1.27 on Teemu?
Yeah, actually, I bought him the best outfit for $8, and it's good quality.
All right, but listen, 8 to 14. We're talking about $6 here. I think I'd rather not have the Chinese Communist government all up in through my kitchen for $6. Hey, thanks for the call, Joy. I appreciate it. Let me grab Christy and Holiday. Hey, Christy, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey there, how are you guys?
All right, your thoughts on our Teemu discussion?
I just started on Teemu probably, I'd say 5-6 months ago. I think that personally, it's a good app. The stuff I have gotten off of there has been quality, actually. I think there's only one time I got something that was smaller than what I thought it was.
Because a lot of people are complaining about quality and stuff falling apart. But listen, what about the privacy issues? What about all of your data? You have essentially just opened up your door and told the Chinese Communist government, take everything.
Well, I essentially opened the door to the U.S. government.
It doesn't hold. If you don't see the difference between the U.S. government and the Chinese Communist government, that's a problem. That's a big. That is not a good response.
Well, they did. Yeah, okay. So it's not good now to have the communist government looking at my stuff over in China either now.
All right, Christy, phone connection's not great on the hands.
This thing's getting rave reviews.
But Christy, but this is what. This is a Trojan horse to get into your life and then bleed you dry for data. Christy, thanks for the call.
Sounds like Christy got that phone on Teemu.
Yeah, that's what I was going to use that joke.
Get one fast.
That opened up a line, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Folks, you have 50 million Americans that apparently have downloaded Teemu at this point. And that's not going on my phone, folks. Let me grab Yasmin in Tampa. Yasmin, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. Go ahead.
So I have 4 daughters, all 21, 19, 18, 17, and I used it on their phone because I was scared to use it on my own phone to order this Bog beach bag. It's like a plastic bag, and it came in the mail. And I'm not kidding you, we cannot, the smell, it smells like some sort of chemical, and we can't get it out of the house.
Oh, my God. So, all right, so you ordered a plastic beach bag on Teemu. It arrives, and it's probably some deadly banned chemical in your house. You can't get the chemical smell out of your house now?
No, we cannot get it out of the house. We pick up tongs, we put it straight to the garbage can.
You might want to get out of the house.
So MJ,
call 911. Tell them you need hazmat.
A Bog beach bag is like a bag that's made out of like croc material,
right?
Yeah.
So it's totally water resistant.
Right.
It's very lightweight, pretty durable, and hers apparently was made with some cancerous materials.
Probably banned carcinogenic chemicals that are not even allowed to be used in the United States. So it's essentially turned your house into like, maybe you need to evacuate like it's a meth lab or something.
Yes, and we tried to return it, and we called and my daughters tried to call the China, and nobody would answer. Nobody would tell us how to return this bag. Someone finally told us they would just send us another one. And
then you'll have 2 chemical dumps in your house.
You mean 2 billion people and nobody answered the phone?
Oh my God!
No, so nobody answered the phone.
Oh my God!
How much did you say you paid for it?
It was like $14.99. So Bob's are like $100 bags.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Right, but you're buying some crappy knockoff. You're not buying a real Bob bag. You're buying a crappy knockoff with probably unregulated chemicals. I hate to say it, but you're probably all going to get cancer now. And,
Has your hair started falling out? I mean, seriously.
Oh God, it hasn't. No, but oh my gosh, but it just I will never use it again. And then I read afterwards about the app, so I made my daughters take it all off their phones and never use it.
All right, so what I just did with my whole spiel on the air, you were already aware of what I was saying.
Yes, and I agree. China's big brother.
Hey, thank you. Listen, I hope you, Yasmin, I hope you can get the smell out of your house, or else you might have to burn the house down.
Yeah.
No, I know.
How long has the smell been permeating your house?
It came in about a week ago before our beach vacation, and it's still in the front foyer. So we just have like defoggers and we have air fresheners. There's all kinds of things out there.
Wait a minute, but you've removed the bag from the house, right?
Oh, it's in the garbage. It's down at the dumpster. It's in the garbage can. Yeah.
But your house still smells after a week.
It still smells. So it's still. I would never order anything. I don't.
My God, it's like a Norfolk and Southern, like a chemical tanker. Derailed in your house.
Yes, it's terrible.
Oh, my God. Yasmin, I wish you the best, and thanks for listening.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Look, every line is jammed. Let's grab Rose in Tampa. Rose, you're on the MJ Morning Show. We're talking about the danger of the Teemu app. Go ahead.
Yes, hello. Good morning.
Hi, Rose.
I deliver it all the time. A lot of people order from Teemu. I had an experience with Teemu. I did an order, and I was checking. They also grab your information as credit card, debit card, or whatever you submit. And I had to call the bank because I saw a transaction of 68 cents. I didn't deliver. I was just looking, and I had something in my shopping cart, and I decided not to order from them. And when I called my car company, they said that I was charged 68 cents, and it came from Teemu. So it was a little bit awkward of them using my card or doing a transaction. They had to send me another card with other information because it was already used in I don't know what.
Wow. All right. So are you done with Teemu now?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate it. Rachel's in Newport Richie. Rachel, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Morning.
First off, poor Yasmin. I hope they're okay. That's a long time to have that smell.
Oh, my God.
Anyways, I didn't download it, thank gosh, but I do get a lot of emails where it's telling me my order was processed and being sent. So just look out for those too. I clicked on it once, but nothing else came up. I didn't click on any link inside of it.
But you have not put the Teemu app on your phone, right?
No, nope, and I won't now. Thank you very much. And thank you for the TikTok information on your Schnitz show.
Yeah.
Because that's where I learned about that, and that's off now, too.
Well, but listen, we've talked about TikTok on this show as well. And listen, the Chinese Communist government, they are collecting so much data because data is power, folks. And that's what they're doing. They're embedding themselves in our lifestyle, in our country, and we are just like voluntarily handing the Chinese Communist government all of our information. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Right. You guys have a great day.
Thanks, Rachel. Let's grab Deb in Thanota-Sassa. Deb, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, MJ, or you can call me Debo. I downloaded the app at the end of last year. And not long after I downloaded it, I didn't even use it, never shopped on it. And immediately there was like 2 charges thrown on my Chime card, and my Chime alerted me immediately and said, you don't normally order from these companies. Is it, a foul, basically? I'm like, yeah, I haven't even ordered anything. Okay, so they straightened all that out. I took the Teemu app off, and then I went, of course, and started Googling and found out that Teemu uses children to make these products.
Yeah, listen, so Uyghur labor, child labor, but again, that's another horrific element, but it's the Chinese Communist government having full access to all of your information. And when you download that app can suck every bit of information out of your private life on your phone. Deb, thanks for the call. Larry is in Riverview. Larry, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, MJ. How you doing?
Doing well. Go ahead.
You know, I haven't downloaded the app, but I did.
Don't download the app.
No, I'm not going to download, but I did send my family text message saying, look, if you've downloaded this, take it off. I understand people are saying, well, you know, what are they going to do with my information that the federal government doesn't do? Well, you have a government that wants to intentionally harm you, that wants to take over. So,
listen, the Chinese Communist government, they want to destroy America. Their goal, the Chinese Communist government, with their military buildup, all of their spying on us, all of the intellectual property theft, implanting, scientists in this country and students to steal all kinds of intellectual property and information. The Chinese, they are moving toward trying to destroy America, and we're just handing them crap left and right.
Exactly. And if you want to, just an interesting thing that you may want to research, find out near some of the military bases, the land around the military base.
Yeah, I've been following this. There are suspicious purchases of land, like up in North Dakota. You have a Chinese company buying tons and tons of land near a very important military base. So I'm fully aware of that as well, Larry.
Yeah. So it's just amazing that people say, well, the government collects information. Well, the government's not out to kill you because we don't really rate on the...
There's a big difference between the U.S. government and the Chinese Communist government. Larry, thanks for the call. All right, a few more here, Andrew. We could do this all day because every line is ringing. The minute I hang up on a call, the lines ring. Let me grab three. I'll grab Sally, Kerry, and Kay, and then we got to move on because I got the Froggy complaint I got to get to.
Come on. Yeah, we got to get to that complaint.
I have a Froggy complaint. Via email. Sally's in Gulfport. Sally, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
Morning, Sally. Go ahead.
Well, I did have the app on my phone. I didn't realize any of this, but I just took it off because I wasn't using it. I thought the products were cheap, but my mom has it on hers. And my mom's, in the last 2 months, we have had to replace 20 debit cards. And that's the only app that my mom uses. And she can't figure out why. She'll get a new debit card in the very same day it's been hacked. So she can't keep a debit card because we have to constantly get it replaced. So that app is nasty. And I'm sorry, I don't remember the lady's name who said she's addicted to it, but she's not only giving her information. When she's texting, she's giving those people's information. So it's not just her. So
Absolutely.
She's worried about the people she's talking to.
Sally, great phone call. Thank you, Sally. All right, let me grab Kerry in Jacksonville, and then we'll grab Kay, and then we got to move on. And Roxanne, are you getting a lot of texts on this?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people have downloaded it. I'm shocked. I didn't even know what it was.
All right, folks, I'm telling you, I do not do stuff on this show unless it's important, and this is important. That's one thing about the MJ Morning Show. We run the gamut. We'll do ridiculously, crazy, silly stuff, and then I can, switch on a dime and talk about something serious like this, especially tens and tens of millions of Americans who have this app on their phone right now. Kerry, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey there. I found out about it through YouTube because their advertising campaign was just explosive. Everybody was talking about this. Luckily, I did not download the app. I ordered online, and it reminds me of your Canal Street, snippets there. It's all counterfeit junk. Yeah. It's stolen, the proprieties.
In many cases, they rip off intellectual property knocked off by cheap Chinese firms and Chinese labor, and then you put the app on your phone, then they're ripping you off blind for data left and right. Hey, thanks for the call, Kerry. And what Kerry's referring to about Canal Street, if you haven't seen this yet, I took a video on Canal Street over the weekend. We were up in Manhattan. And listen, I know all about Canal Street. I worked for a number of years right below Canal, 1 block below Canal. And what I was saying over the weekend and with the video that I posted up on my Instagram, there is the abundance of knockoff counterfeit purses is unbelievable. I have never, you've always had the women coming up to you and say, handbag, try, and then they'll take you to a store, or they'll take you on a side street, and then they have a runner bring you the fake Louis Vuitton, fake Chanel, fake Prada, fake Bottega Veneta, Hermes, whatever, Goyard, but it is so brazen these days. And even the guys that were selling the fake handbags on Canal Street in New York, they would have their stuff on like sheets. And if the police were coming around, they'd be able to pick it up quickly and run. They don't even worry about that anymore. I've never seen so much fake designer product. Michelle was complaining you couldn't even walk down the sidewalk because they're on both sides of the sidewalk. And it's ridiculous. And I shot a video. It's up on my Instagram. I shot a video. There's a reel up. If you want to see what it looks like, it's crazy. Go to Certified MJ Radio on Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and you can see the fake handbags. And also the video that's pinned up there right now is Chloe, my daughter, in the middle of that riot last Friday. So if you haven't seen that video, both the videos are on my Instagram account, Certified MJ Radio. Chloe gets out of the subway at Union Square, and she's in the middle of that riot.
Dude, that video is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the video
was kind of scary. Why would she go towards that?
No, she was
on the outskirts.
I know.
She was on the outskirts.
It looked like she was in the middle of it.
She was nowhere near the heart of the riot.
I was scared to death. She came out on the south side of 14th Street. She came out of the yellow line, and it was like, oh, my God. And she's in the middle of this riot. So Chloe rolled video, and you heard Froggy say it's insane. So you can go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and take a look and see both videos. Let me grab Kerry in Jacksonville. I'm sorry, Kerry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just talking to you about, I brought up that video. But another thing is you mentioned communist, but I don't think people realize it's our national security. Like, hello? Ridiculous.
100%. Absolutely. All right. Let me grab one more call on this. Kay is in St. Pete, then we move on. Hi, Kay. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ.
Hi there.
I love Teemu. I have ordered 57 products from them for $305 over the last 3 months. The quality isn't bad. It's not great. I mean, I didn't expect it to be great for the price, but it's not bad. I got clothes, makeup, jewelry. I love it.
What about what we're saying about you? They're all up and through your data. They've stolen everything.
Yeah. Well, this is the first I'm hearing about that. But however, I knew that they were a Chinese company. So I kind of, like TikTok, I kind of had an idea that something like that might be happening.
Oh, it's happening all right. So, I mean, do you feel bad now that, essentially you're assisting the Chinese Communist government in data collection on Americans?
I use it on a phone that doesn't have anything on it. Like I have an old phone, I had it wiped. So I use it on that phone. So I'm not really that worried about it. I've had no problems with debit card fraud or credit card fraud or anything like that. I love that app. I reconsidering using it because of, the child labor and all that. But
well, it's child labor, it's Uyghur labor, and again, it's Communist Party collection.
I'm actually waiting for an order that I'm getting in like 2 days.
Oh, no.
So, that I ordered, yeah.
All right, well, hopefully it doesn't ruin your house. Hopefully you don't have to call a hazmat team for the smell.
Nope, I haven't had that problem at all. 57 products, MJ, no problem.
Kay, you're making me cringe over here, Kay.
I know, I'm sorry.
All right.
Your last call, too.
All right,
Have
goodbye.
A great day.
Yep, all right, last call.
I mean, I can't believe how many calls we got. They're like, I love it.
I'm addicted to it, MJ.
It's really great.
I bought it every day.
I bought 75 items from there.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, let me grab David here quick. Before I move on, Froggy, I got to get your complaint.
Nah, we don't need to do that.
No, we do. I got an email. I got to read it, man. I got a complaint. I got to address it. David, not Teemu related, but let me grab David. David is, I don't know where he's calling from. David, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ.
Yes.
How you doing?
Doing well. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, real quick. I've been driving from Tampa to Sarasota for the past year, crossing over the Sky Bridge. I listen to you guys every morning.
Yep.
And I'm not a big radio guy, but I took your advice on your moving company. I've moved 6 times in 8 years with my company, and best move I've ever had in my life with those guys.
So you're saying 2 college brothers gave you the best move ever?
I've moved, 6 times in 8 years with my company, and they were 2 hours. They were on time. They were finished 2 hours early, saved me almost $1,000. They were perfect. That's best I've ever had. I just want to say thank you, guys.
Wow.
Well, David, I am happy to take your phone call. When I can get praise for one of our sponsors on the show, this is beautiful. Folks, this is an unsolicited call. This is David. Where are you calling from right now, David?
They just moved me into Sarasota.
All right, so, I mean, look at this. Unsolicited praise phone call for 2collegebrothers.com. Best movies ever had.
Are you in the witness protection program or something? It's a lot of moves.
No, my company just moves me a lot for what I do, and
fun.
and every move has been a mess.
Wow.
These guys were like perfect. I recommend them to anybody.
All right.
So, thank you.
Thank you, David. Listen, it's great.
I mean,
to
did
hear
he call for something else too?
No, he
Oh.
he just called for that. He's calling to praise 2collegebrothers.com.
He's going to send you a present for MJ Mystery merch off of Teemu.
Wow. Folks,
Teemu merch.
No, seriously.
MJ Teemu merch.
Seriously. I mean, that is the best endorsement ever. A guy calls up the show to say that 2collegebrothers.com is the best movie he's ever had. Cool. And the guy apparently has moved 17,000 times. Wow. All right. Can I ask what you guys were? You and Froggy, Fester, had something going on during the segment. You guys are
What
looking.
did I do?
I don't know. You're looking at each other. You're passing the
I
phone
just sent
back
him
and forth.
I showed him a funny.
It was a piece of top secret information which I cannot share with you on the air.
Oh, get out of here!
I can't.
What you guys were scheming something?
I don't
I saw it happen.
We weren't scheming.
What are you doing then?
We were informing ourselves of a development that I cannot share with you on the air. I mean, if I could, I would. You know that.
What kind of a development can't you share on the air?
It looks like a pending legal matter.
For
Between
who?
who?
All right. I don't even know what you're talking about. Can we get to the complaint, please?
Yes. Let's move on.
A pending legal matter involving us?
No.
No, we're good.
I really do not want to talk about it with you on the radio program.
This is interesting.
I would be happy to share it with you privately.
Are you in trouble?
I am not in trouble. I'm not in
Am
trouble.
I in trouble?
No. Because if you were in trouble and I knew that, I would out you on the air and embarrass you.
So then why can't you talk
All
about...
right. What is it?
I'm not saying
He can't say it.
Dude, what is it?
Because he can't say it on the air, guys.
MJ,
But the bigger point is, why are you showing Froggy material that does not need to be discussed on the air during the show?
I was not showing anything.
I'm watching you guys go back and forth on something.
I am the recipient of this information, of which everybody knows that I am Fort Knox. Nobody keeps a secret like Fester.
I just showed him the latest picture of Caitlin Collins' feet on a wiki feed. I don't know what he's talking about.
Before we get to the Froggy letter,
yes.
God, is anyone else Zooming today from the anybody else drink the coffee? It's like I'm so jittery, I can't take it. I know you didn't, MJ, but what about you guys?
I'm not so jittery, I can't take it.
You drank the
coffee
here and you're all jittery?
I'm crazy. Yeah, I feel like
maybe the coffee came from Teemu. It came in from Teemu. All right, so Froggy, I have this email complaint.
Oh, great.
And I had no idea it was about you.
What's the headline?
Disappointed. So the actual subject line in the email is disappointed. I'm like, oh boy, let me read this.
What?
MJ. This came in yesterday at 12:04 p.m. from Josh. MJ, you let the frog in the room slip right by today. Froggy took a day off without notifying anyone, major HR violation, by attending a wrestling match, and you did nothing other than mention it and just let it go.
There's numerous matches.
He lied to you and the company. Where is the arguing and the freak out from you and Froggy going back and forth on this? Froggy is a slacker on every front, and it's time to let him have it. Get on it tomorrow morning. The guy also never contributes to the show anymore. Where are all his weekly bits these days? Was waiting all weekend and got nothing from it. Boo! You should ban his phone during the show, too. He just kicks back and scrolls all day. If you let this continue, it will get worse and worse. Signed, Josh, sent from my iPhone.
It's very, very interesting. Okay.
Would you like to write Josh back?
Yes, please.
Would you like to?
Actually, if you'd like, MJ, we can play a game of radio hangman with Josh. Josh, the first word has 4 letters, and the second word has 3.
Josh Tartler.
So the thing
At
with
Yahoo.
Stop! Dude, I just dumped that.
What are you dumping?
I just you just gave out his email address. I just dumped
If
that.
he wants to enter our dojo.
Don't
Listen, I mean, Josh, why don't you call up there, Skippy?
So for starters, Josh, we don't have HR here. You can take off any day you want to.
Yeah, I mean, as an
No one keeps track of anything around here.
we're employees of a company that gives us days off, which we don't have to account for with any real excuse.
And I'm not a slacker on every front, maybe when it comes to this radio show.
Did you not hear about the awesome
Sloth head.
mask that he found yesterday? Josh.
And Josh, I don't know if you run a multi-million-dollar company, but I do.
Okay, all right. Easy now, Froggy.
The text.
Josh Tartler, you are very tarty. Your attitude's nothing but tart.
Yes, Roxanne.
The tech support is pouring in
For Froggy?
Yes, and Josh,
Please.
you better watch out.
Josh, I would like to know what Josh does for a living and how productive he is.
Josh, thanks for the email, Josh. I really appreciate
I
it.
don't think I've ever liked anybody named Josh.
I've got a lightning round, a bunch of stuff. Oh, I'm late on something. I was supposed to do this 26 minutes ago. I said I'd do it around 8 o'clock. I want to say hello to the Goddard School in South Tampa. Their first day of school was yesterday, and Sarah, the director of outreach, said, "Hey, can you give the Goddard School a mention?"
Wait, we don't do things like that on the show.
That's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
It's for birthdays, but you're allowed to do Happy Goddard school days.
The whole school is going back to school, so I'm saying hello to the Goddard School in South Tampa. What's wrong with that?
Then I would like to say happy birthday to everybody whose birthday is August 8th.
Can I do my kid's school?
I mean, as a general rule, we don't really do birthdays because if you do one, you do.
I did not do a birthday.
But
I
you're
mentioned.
giving a welcome back to school to one particular. There's probably 1,000 schools in our listening area.
But they haven't asked. The Goddard School asked for a quick mention, so I gave them a mention.
And now that they know they can get one, you've just opened the floodgates.
I've got no problem mentioning the Goddard School. All right, moving along. I knew it was going to happen.
Oh, Goddard.
Guess who has been identified?
What's the mascot at Goddard?
Guess who has been identified?
Oh, man, who?
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
That lady's been identified. Actually, it took a little longer than I thought.
The original story came out like a month ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
the Carrot Top plane, right?
Yeah, Carrot Top was on that plane.
That's who she was pointing to and saying he's not real.
No, Carrot Top was in first class. She was pointing the back of the plane.
Okay.
No, the woman behind that crazy, epic, ridiculous meltdown has been identified.
What's her name?
Tiffany Gomez of Dallas, Texas, who apparently is like a marketing executive.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
What
she
was
must have been tripped out.
that mother bleeper back there is not real. I'm getting off this plane. You can all die if you want to. I mean, that was insane. Apparently, she is a Texas marketing executive. And apparently, remember when we first did the story, there was some speculation that there was an argument over wireless headphones or something?
Yeah, the AirPods or something.
Yeah. Her name is Tiffany Gomez.
Wouldn't it have been great if everybody on the plane knew her name was Tiffany Gomez and they could have all chanted, Tiffany Gomez must go?
Yeah.
Bus.
Oh, boy.
Go
All right.
Musk.
Yeah.
Go Musk. Go Musk.
Go Moss. Go more. Go more off the plane. So Tiffany Gomez of Dallas, she was kicked off the plane. because of the outburst. The plane was delayed for hours, and she's been identified as a Dallas resident after weeks.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the
Fester, what are you playing? That's the uncensored
Fester,
version.
are you nuts?
What are you doing?
I did not know this.
Fester, that is the. Why are you
I
playing
didn't even know my audio was up.
Dude,
That's irresponsible.
Don't stop playing. I have the actual audio I'm playing. I've got the censored audio. Fester starts playing the uncensored. I had to dump the F word from you. Don't touch the computer, Fester. But this is just insane. But why? Why would she start yelling about like some kind of like shapeshifter or whatever that's not real back there? I mean, it's crazy.
You know what it sounds like?
What?
She's on. It's a very popular fad now. Is the shroom gummy?
I mean, she has to be on something.
She sounds like she's tripping on something.
The argument started when Gomez fell out with relatives that she was traveling with, accusing them of stealing her AirPods. So she had this is new information. She had relatives on the flight.
Wow, what were they doing? Why weren't they helping?
I don't know.
Was it like her family, like
Mom?
her husband, and
They
it was
were
like
like-
a distant cousin? I mean,
Yeah,
I
we're
can
not
leave
with her.
So she starts claiming the airplane was not safe and she wanted to leave, and that everyone else was going to die on the airplane. Due to the statements, the flight attendants felt the aircraft needed to be rescreened, and everyone got off the plane. Everyone had to get rescreened. They had to go through the magnetometer or the body scanner. They had to like rescreen all the carry-on luggage. It was flight 1009 from Fort Worth to Orlando, and everyone had a deplane. But this lady just still, I'd like to know what was going through her head. It was like a mental meltdown that she was having. But, all we really have is that she's a marketing executive from Dallas, Texas.
All right, so is she like the best-looking crazy woman of the week?
She's kind of hot.
Well, we pointed that out. We pointed it out that she's an attractive woman. There's a little more information here. The video, public records show that Gomez lives in a $2 million home in Dallas's Lakewood neighborhood, which is a highly coveted neighborhood.
Wow.
So, folks, this lady lives in a $2 million house.
You know how big that is,
telling
Dallas?
you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Hey, Froggy, were you just saying about $2 million in Dallas?
Yeah, can't they buy you like a $20,000 or 20,000 square foot house?
I think like J.R. Ewing's house was worth less than $2 million.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you right now.
When I go, the houses are outrageous.
Seriously, in Dallas, you can get a whole lot of house for your money.
No, like I'm talking like mansion, multi-mansion.
No. Seriously, you didn't know that? So in Houston, Dallas, and a lot of Texas, spending $2 million on a house, let's say here in the Tampa Bay area, you can get 3 times the house.
Oh, yeah.
Is that where the expression "is bigger in Texas" comes from?
The house is definitely hard.
There are some serious values. You can get a lot more house for the same money in Texas, in many parts of Texas.
I just closed on a lot in Suitcase City for $2 million.
So she lives in a $2 million house.
Can you imagine?
She's a marketing executive who served as vice president of Elevate Brand Marketing. She was named a rising star in 2017 by a trade publication.
Wow.
Tiffany has built a sales portfolio and track record that rivals account managers with decades in the business, said a coworker to this trade publication.
Maybe this is a marketing stunt.
She's an Oklahoma State University graduate, advised young people starting in her industry to roll with the punches and to work hard and play hard. So that's her. She's been identified. The crazy, that mother is not real. That lady.
Work hard, play hard. I think there's some mushrooms involved. I think Froggy's theory might be correct.
She's definitely, it sounds like she's on something.
Yeah, she's my kind of crazy, baby.
She can afford the good stuff.
Yeah.
We got a Barbie pile today, folks. Are you ready for the latest? Rox, were you going to interject? Did you have something on the text lines that you wanted to talk about, or you wanted to say something?
No, I said it. Remember, I just said I was feeling really weird and crazy because of the coffee. And
No.
Coffee,
It was
but maybe it was my goat shake I ate.
That was 12 minutes ago. This was just like a minute ago. It seemed like you wanted to say something.
Completely unrelated. I've gotten like 10 text messages to my personal cell phone, and they all kind of say the same thing.
Oh.
Screw Josh.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.
Nobody's on Josh's side. You had this whole thing built up about a Froggy complaint email.
Yeah, man. Really,
Yeah, Josh.
I just think you like to try to put me down.
Josh Tinkerman. What was his name?
Josh Toolbelt.
Leave Josh alone.
Leave Josh alone. He attacked me.
Leave Froggy alone.
Yeah, no, we have tons of Froggy texts. I will take photos and I will submit them to HR.
Leave Brittany alone.
Froggy alone, or else I'll bring Louis Anderson back in here.
All right, the Barbie pile today. Really? This is going to be a thing now? Barbie and Ken names are spiking because of the movie.
Of course.
That's awful.
Geez, really?
I saw that.
Parents are going to, babies that are being born now, I wonder if there are any parents that are like changing their 4-year-old kids' names to Barbie and Ken. Yeah, you're no longer Olivia. You're now Barbie.
What if your kid looks like Rachel Dratch? You're going to name her Barbie?
I tell you,
stop. Come on.
There's probably 16 Olivias in her class. There's probably no Barbies yet.
All right, so Barbie and Ken names are spiking because of the movie.
That's dumb.
Unoriginal.
We don't need this. We don't need a bunch of Barbies and Kens running around.
It's Kenneth, by the way.
You know what I don't see? I don't see the name Oppenheimer spiking though.
No.
You know.
What was Oppenheimer's first name?
J. Robert.
Oh yeah,
and
J.
the J stood for nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, but J. Robert.
No, nothing starts with an N.
Yeah. So heads up, Barbie and Ken names are becoming a thing because of the movie. All right, next. Do you remember the story recently? And I don't know if we did it on the show, but there was a big story that was all over social media. It was a high discussion item about this woman getting praised because she would not move from her first class seat to let like a family sit together. And people were praising her for not moving because they were all entitled or something. Remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
Well, now there's another similar story, but it has to do with Barbie. Can you imagine what that would be?
No.
I refused to give up my seat so a daughter could sit with her mom at the Barbie movie.
Oh, that's not cool.
That's a big deal, MJ. You pre-pick your seats.
Yeah.
And
That's a tough one.
People pick the prime seats, but if you break up a row, you'll have half a family on one side, half a family on another.
Yeah. Lately, social media has been talking about all these etiquette debates. I mentioned the airplane story, which was a big story a couple of weeks ago. And now there's a social media post, and this is a Reddit post on one of their popular forums about a couple went to see Barbie last week. They were confronted by a mom and her daughter already sitting in their seats. In the post, 22-year-old man shared his experience of going to see Barbie with his girlfriend. The movie theater was virtually sold out. They managed to get a couple of seats in the middle in advance, but after arriving at the theater, they noticed that people were already sitting in their seats. It turned out to be a woman and her daughter. The daughter looked to be around 5 or 6 years old. I let the woman know that they were in our seats, and I even showed her the tickets. She said when she purchased the tickets, they only had 2 seats available, one in the front row and another in the far back.
That's how that goes.
Well, guess what? You can't suddenly sit in these people's seats. You know, we waited to see Oppenheimer so we could get good seats. We wanted great seats in the middle, far enough back from the screen. So this lady and her daughter, they had a one seat all the way in the back of the house, one seat like in the neck crank section up front, and they thought they could just grab 2 primo seats in the middle. And when the people showed up, the people whose seats those were assigned to, who paid and booked in advance, they should say, oh, yeah, sure, go ahead, take our seats. We'll go fend for ourselves and get really crappy seats. Maybe your crappy seats. Well, they shouldn't have to move.
I think both these groups are in the wrong.
What?
Yeah, I think both of them are in the wrong.
Hold on. How are the people that bought those seats originally, how are they in the wrong?
the original people who bought the seats, I think they could have had a little bit of compassion for like, wait a second, this is a 5-year-old. If I can do something to help out,
They
this
have
5-year-old,
great
right?
seats in the middle.
I hear you.
So what do you want them
I
to
hear
do? You want the couple to separate, one in the back of the house and one in the front row, jacked up with their neck, looking up like, really?
I mean, there are grown adults going to see a Barbie movie. That's problem number one.
Oh, so they should wait a minute.
So
So
now you're judging
so they should take crappy seats.
I'm not saying they should, but that would have been a nice thing to do.
What are you talking
It would
about?
have been a nice thing
I'm
to do
going to sit there in misery for 2 hours while in a lousy seat.
I think the mom who brought her 5-year-old daughter is equally wrong. If all you can find is 2 seats that are separate, that's not responsible
Roxanne,
parenting
no,
to
no,
throw
no,
your
no,
kid in the
no,
front and
no.
you sit in the back. No,
All
you
right.
got to be with
Roxanne,
your kid.
no.
They're all
No,
wrong.
no,
They're
no.
all bad people.
No, they're not
They're
bad.
horrible
No,
people.
what are you talking? Are you just trying to? You can't be serious.
Gaslight.
Roxanne, you can't. The 2 people that bought the original seats, they've done nothing wrong. Zero. It's the mother and daughter who tried to snake their seats that did the wrong thing.
The 2 people who bought the seats didn't do anything wrong per se, but they didn't do anything right.
What are you talking about? You're
movie they paid for.
Are you screwing with me? What are you saying?
They actually followed every rule.
Okay, if I was on a
they
plane,
did nothing wrong. The
And there was
couple that bought the original seats did zero wrong. It's the mother and daughter and her expectation of entitlement that someone else is going to give up their
Agreed.
great seats.
Agreed.
They're in the wrong. The other
They're in
couple
the
is the other couple is zero in the wrong.
the other couple is not really in the wrong, but they didn't do anything nice or right.
They shouldn't have to take crappy neck jamming seats up front.
Does anybody have a cigarette? I need to smoke. I don't even smoke. I'm going to start right now.
I need a blowtorch.
Yeah, no,
I'm going to blowtorch my face off right now. Where was I?
I don't know.
Oh, and you know what else? Now people are trying to like juice up the Barbie looks by now doing plastic surgery consultations. Oh God! Yeah, I saw one item about a woman that went to the plastic surgeon to get a Barbie nose, like a little upturned, little tweaked up Barbie nose. Now,
Have these like plastic surgery huts come out like the Barbie makeover yet?
yeah,
Where they rebranded their packages?
Oh yeah. So plastic surgery centers get the Barbie makeover.
So in the movie, is she a doll? Are they dolls or are they humans?
Well, they're humans.
Are they dolls though? Do they refer to themselves as toys?
They're in a parallel universe.
What a dumb movie.
I have no desire to see Barbie. I've got I'm sorry. If you went to see the movie, hey, please, if that's your thing, enjoy it. I'll take nothing away from you, but I have no desire to see the movie. So this New Yorker by the name of Alexandria Linton, 25 years old, she got plastic surgery a couple of months back and told the plastic surgeon, I want this Barbie nose. And apparently had pictures of Barbie, the Barbie doll, and said, make my nose look like this. So that was like in anticipation of the upcoming Barbie movie. She already wanted a Barbie nose. So I got to believe that this Barbie movie is going to incite all kinds of inquiries with plastic surgeons regarding wanting to have certain Barbie features.
Your brother's going to do some Barbies.
My podiatrist said people are having their Achilles tendon tightened to always look like they're walking on the balls of their feet.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
It's a Barbie look. It's a Barbie look.
Yeah, you just made that up.
Guys are going to chop off their wieners.
I talk to my podiatrist all the time.
You just totally made that up.
I talked to my urologist, and he asked, guys are asking for the Ken smooth over.
Oh.
G.I. Joe had it too, so it can't be that unmanly.
Please remove my wang. I want to have the smooth front like
That's called the James Gum.
Like the
Good one.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Hey, you know what movie I watched last night?
It puts the lotion in the basket. Put the freaking lotion in the basket. All right, go ahead.
MJ, you're going to love
Yes.
this. You know what movie I watched the other night that I did not realize James Gunn was in? Since you're a James Gunn fan, I got to share it.
What?
Heat. Did you know he was in Heat?
You know what? What part did he play?
He was one of the detectives.
Yeah, you know what? I think I did remember that.
Put your hands up.
Could you help me get this cow to the van? All right, that pretty much ends what an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ.
Oh wow, that went fast.
Man, that did go. Quickly. You know what I got in the mail yesterday? I got my Tampa General Hospital data breach letter.
We got ours over the weekend.
Yeah. I meant to bring it in so I could read it. Do you remember what it say?
It just acknowledged that Tampa General Hospital recently had a large data breach, and that my name was included in that breach.
Yeah, so I didn't read the whole letter. Michelle opened up the mail, and she's like, hey, look what we got. We got the TGH data breach. And can you believe I'm on the tail end of the breach?
You're like the last
I'm like the last person to potentially have my data breach. Oh, and Morgan & Morgan is suing. Did you see that already?
It's a class action suit.
Yeah, so Morgan & Morgan has filed a class action lawsuit.
Dude, Morgan & Morgan for the fester, dude, because I'm giving you a call on this one.
But
for the fester.
Well, here's the deal. I could have been the last. Seriously, I was at TGH for my kidney stone bust up. I went in, what was it, May 25th? It was like May 25th. I went in for my lithotripsy. The fabulous Dr. Malcolm Root got rid of my 10-millimeter stone with lithotripsy. All right. And believe it or not, the data breach goes through like the last part of May. And I could have been the last final patient to have my data potentially stolen. What are the odds of that? I mean, they had years of data stolen, and I'm on the very last couple of days.
What if it was all an elaborate ruse
The hell?
just to get your information?
Yeah.
We got him! We got him! Here he is. Shut it down.
Yeah, from Channel 8, a class action lawsuit was filed against Tampa General Hospital after a data breach resulted in more than 1.2 million people having their data stolen. Lawsuit filed Friday accuses TGH of failing to safeguard their data and failing to notify those who had their data stolen until 2 months after the breach. The 3 victims in the lawsuit are not revealing their identities due to the sensitive nature of the case and the information stolen. However, one has already had their identity stolen, and another is a retired FBI agent, according to attorneys with Morgan & Morgan. So listen, I'm hoping that I'm not going to have a major problem. Hopefully my identity doesn't get ripped off and stolen. But again, what are the odds? My data, I'm included in the data theft, and they were able to like shut things off, or they were able to discover the leak and patch it just 2 days after I had my procedure. What are the odds of that? Come on, really? Come on. I mean, my timing was awful. I couldn't have had my lithotripsy like 3 days later, so I wouldn't have been part of the data breach. And also, didn't I see that, was it, I think Johns Hopkins, didn't they?
They had a breach also?
Yeah, because that came out as well. It was not just TGH. I think that Johns Hopkins had a breach in St. Petersburg as well. Hang on. Scroll down.
I got to find it.
Just go to news. Just go to news.
Oh, news.
Type in data. Data is the key word, not just breach. You need data in there.
TA?
Yeah, data. Right. Yeah, here we go. 2 weeks ago, Johns Hopkins hit with class action lawsuit connected to data breach. So,
It's coming out of a different location, though, right?
No, but Johns Hopkins,
The whole network of
I think it's the whole network. Because I thought I read as well that they're involved in a data breach simultaneously. So, hopefully I don't have an issue, but I'm on the tail end of the data breach, apparently. Just my freaking luck, huh? All right, 8:48 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. It is with great regret that I announced that this is the end of the hour and 20 minutes nonstop. But guess what? Good news. It is with great enthusiasm that I say we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with another long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Hey, speaking of lawsuits, we got a guy suing Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll get into that coming up. What should you never, ever... Hey, Fester, come here. What should you never, ever reheat in the microwave? We have so much stuff we got to get to, folks. All right, don't move. We're back in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, I've got a commercial. Morning Show on Q105. What the heck? All right. My email's not working again. Does anyone listening use Network Solutions, NetSol? Does anyone use Network Solutions for your email? This is insane. My email for mjmorningshow.com stopped working on my phone. Now, listen, you can still send me email to mj at mjmorningshow.com. I see it because I bring it up on my laptop. So when I sign in on my laptop, everything's fine. And I check it a couple of times a day. But I do like the convenience of having my mj at mjmorningshow.com email on my phone. But for whatever reason, it's not pushing in all the time. So it stopped working for a couple of days. I'm like, what's going on here? So, I when I'm on my laptop, I'll have my email open there. I'm like, well, I got like 29 emails over here that are on my computer desktop, not pushed to my phone. So I'm like, what's going on here? So I reset my whole, phone email deal for MJ at mjmorningshow.com. I just double check my settings, all the ports, and my IMAP and the POP3 and the port 993 and all that, and my email just stopped coming in. And then suddenly it's sporadically coming in. I had no email come into my phone for 3 days. Then at 7 a.m. this morning, all this email floods into my phone. And then I had Roxanne send me a test email. And guess what? Now my email's not coming in again.
Huh.
What is going on? What the hell is going on with, is it my phone or is it Network Solution? What's going on? It makes no sense to me.
Have you shared any of your data with China?
No, I have not. I do not have the Teemu app on my phone. They're not interfering. No, it is not a Teemu issue, which, by the way, if you missed our segment at 7:45 this morning, get that Teemu off your phone. It's a Chinese spy operation. Yeah. They're stealing everything from you, left and right. No, this is bizarre.
Strange.
So if anyone knows, send me an email. MJ at mjmorningshow.com. What is going? Are you having trouble? My outgoing is fine. I can send my outgoing mail on my phone from my email app. It's not an app. I'm using the actual, the email clients, whatever it is, on my phone. So I can send email out from my MJ at mjmorningshow.com. I can send that out fine. But the incoming email is just sporadic. And I just got to dump like 3 days of mail just dropped in. I don't get it. If anyone knows what's going on, all my settings are apparently correct, but I have no idea what's going on. All right, man, we got a lot to get through. If anyone knows, help me out. I will see your email because I'll check it on my laptop, MJ at mjmorningshow.com. And if you're having the same problem, let me know. Or if you know how to solve this, let me know. I mean, I deleted the whole email account and reset up the whole account. But again, my outgoing is working fine. The incoming is like all over the road. It's sporadic. A couple of lawsuits we got to talk about. First of all, I think we mentioned this a while ago. I think it was months ago, and we have a resolution. Do you remember the Texas Pete's hot sauce lawsuit?
I remember they were in a lawsuit that it wasn't made in Texas.
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, it's like made in North Carolina. So Texas Pete's hot sauce is not made in Texas. And a judge is siding with a guy who is suing Texas Pete's for not being from Texas. The guy's like, well, it's reasonable expectation that if I'm buying Texas Pete's hot sauce, that it's made in Texas and it's not made in North Carolina.
I don't know if that's reasonable.
A California court has denied a request from T.W. Garner Foods Company to dismiss a lawsuit accusing the company of falsely advertising its Texas Pete hot sauce as a Texas product. Yep, so it's going to go forward. Just getting started here. Earlier this week, U.S. District Judge Mamie I can't even. The U.S. District Judge's first name is Maame. Last name is Ewusai. Usi Mensa Frimpong.
Wow. She's smart.
This is the federal judge's name. Mamie Uwisemenza Frimpong.
Sounds like that song you like. Papa lapa.
Chicka Mao. Yeah.
Federal judge.
Papa chaka makanano singa. Tinga balana wane dumbo ching pao. Hedi kabalua kama chana sinti. Mama chaka mana one is now three.
That's the name of the federal judge. Hell, I didn't get that. Can you say that again, please? Thank you.
Papa chaka makanano singa. Tinga balana wane dumbo ching pao. Hedi kabalua kama chana sinti. Mama chaka mana one is now three.
Yeah. So last September, has it been that long? We talked about it, I guess, last September. Philip White sued T.W. Garner Foods, the maker of Texas Pete's, after purchasing a $3 bottle of the Louisiana-style hot sauce at a Ralph's grocery store in Los Angeles, only to later learn that the product is not from Texas but is made in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Doesn't it clearly state on the label where it's bottled?
I think it does. I think we brought that up.
So, seems like there's no fraud.
The lawsuit can go forward. 2 months later, November 10th, T.W. Garner Foods filed a motion to dismiss the lawsuit, but in her 20-page order, Judge Frimpong argued that customers who see the bottle's label, which depicts a lone white star and a lasso-wielding cowboy, could believe erroneously that the products originated in Texas. Frimpong wrote, though it is true that the imagery of the solo white star and lassoing caricature are not exclusive to the state of Texas, taking the imagery and text of the label as a whole, this argument does not discount the possibility that a reasonable consumer would believe that the products are based in or originate from Texas. So this lawsuit can go forward.
All right. I mean, I'm glad that the judicial system has nothing more serious to worry about.
I don't know what the guy is expecting. What, he wants his $3 back? I mean,
is Sriracha funding his lawyers?
I don't know. All right, another lawsuit, and kind of similar because there's hot sauce related here. A guy is suing Buffalo Wild Wings, and he's saying that, quote, the company doesn't give a bleep about his boneless wings complaint. The man who claims that boneless wings at a Buffalo Wild Wings are nothing more than chicken nuggets asked the judge not to throw out his class action lawsuit because it would only fuel the restaurant's disrespect for chicken lovers.
Why would you go to B-Dubs and get no bone chicken wings?
Eamon Hallam's lawsuit, which has made a ton of headlines, it was filed back in March, and he was, I guess, angry at Buffalo Wild Wings because he complained that these aren't boneless wings. These are just chicken nugget. What are you talking? No, they don't take bones out of wings. It would just be, all the meat would just fall apart.
So technically, boneless chicken wings are just the breast chopped up.
Yes,
yeah, that's all.
Exactly. It's not the actual wing. They just call it boneless chicken wings. What they call it.
They'd be better off just calling it boneless breasts.
So this guy, made a lot of news when he filed this lawsuit, apparently, last March. We don't give a bleep, the company said in an Instagram post in May explaining Buffalo Wild Wings on when people say boneless wings aren't wings. So Buffalo Wild Wings, they're like poking the guy. They're like, goading him. And they actually posted, we don't give a S. We don't give a bleep when people complain about our boneless wings not being wings.
What's this guy going to do to B-Dubs? They don't care. They're probably selling more because of this guy.
Then Buffalo Wild Wings says to the U.S. District Court where the case was filed, could you please dismiss this lawsuit? So they filed a motion to dismiss. And then his response late last week slams the company for its mockery of his concerns, claiming that the court should punish them by allowing the lawsuit to carry on. Instead, Buffalo Wild Wings decided to go low, issuing a brazen official response that we don't give a beep. Such hubris should not be rewarded, especially when BWW's motive is quite simple. Profits. How dare they? The profits that they're trying to make at B-Dubs by calling their boneless wings when they're not. They're just nuggets, according to this guy.
I mean, some people really don't have anything else to do.
But you got to hand it to Buffalo Wild Wings for just staring the lawsuit in the face and just trying to baiting the guy. They're they're like poking the guy in the chest. Yeah.
I mean, B-Dubs has a team of lawyers. I mean, they have thousands of locations nationwide, I would guess.
I don't know what their location count is, but they've got a lot. Yeah. So we'll follow this. We'll let you know. And now he's very angry at their response. Do you know foods that should never be microwaved?
Microwaved.
That's right. Who said that?
It was a British cook chef,
Yeah,
right?
it was the British chef. Yeah,
Great baking show.
Yeah, it was this lady here.
Microwave.
That was her.
Microwave.
Remember, she turned the internet upside down because on one of her shows she was talking about the microwave, and instead she called it the
microwave.
The microwave.
Microwave.
Yeah. So what should you never
microwave?
Any idea, guys?
I'm trying to think. The things I most commonly microwave would be like chilies or pastas.
Sounds like you guys need a host. Maybe put a couple answers on the board.
This doesn't have to be the family feud.
Yeah, right. Welcome to the MJ feud. It's like Louis Anderson.
It's Louis Anderson. Oh, did you see? Hey, Louis.
Yeah.
Did you see the Pizza Palooza Fest that I was on in New York last Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Did I see it?
And,
oh my God, I got horny looking at it.
So,
The
folks,
pizza looks so good. And might I say, your arms are looking really good lately. Are you working out?
Yes, I am.
I used to work out.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Your jaw.
Good. Wait, what? Anyway, let's go to the board. Top 5 answers. For what was the question?
Louis, hold on a minute.
Okay.
Louis Anderson, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having me.
On our little pizza fest over the weekend in New York, we had a couple of great stops.
Oh,
we went to John's on Bleecker, which is a great coal-fired New York pie.
Oh, I've had plenty of John's.
Well, Louis,
couple on Bleecker.
If you look at the picture of the John's pizza on my Instagram, it is the one right before the bent-up bicycle. So it's the picture right before the bent-up bicycle.
I've done that to a bicycle.
But did you see? You saw the inside John's. There's an autographed picture of Louis Anderson on the wall.
I saw myself.
Yep.
That was a good. I looked so in shape.
So if you want to see it, go to my Instagram, which is Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. You can see the John's Pizza, and there are like 6 pictures or so. And then there's a picture of Louis Anderson, by the way. And then we ate at San Mateo. San Mateo is an awesome Neapolitan pie. Where else did we go? Oh, we went to the new New York location of La Antica Pizzeria da Michela. Which,
I've shut down that place.
Well, they just opened up. Da Michela is from Napoli. Is from Italy, and they just opened up New York, and their Neapolitan is great.
I shut down the one in Italy.
And then I finally got into like the toughest pizza reservation in Manhattan.
Ooh.
Finally got into. No, it's not Pizza Hut. I finally got into Una Pizza Napolitana.
Oh, well.
We finally got in there, and we ate there on Saturday night. And let me tell you what, the hype is real. Una Pizza Napolitana in New York is unfreaking believable. Probably the best Neapolitan pizza I've had in the United States.
Tell you what I do. I roll up 2 hot and readies. $5 from Little Caesars. Roll them up like a big burrito.
Thank you, Louis Anderson. All right, so what shouldn't you microwave?
I'm going to guess plastic.
Styrofoam was my guess.
I'm talking about it's food.
Yeah,
what food? Yeah. Or you shouldn't put a gasoline can in the microwave. Yeah. No, I'm talking about food.
There's all kinds of food.
I've had a burrito blow up on me once. Is it burrito?
No.
Oh.
All right. I'm just going to run through this. Do not put eggs in the microwave.
Oh, good one.
Don't cook eggs in the microwave.
Why not?
Well, listen, how about the Super Bowl egg test? No, it just turns them rubbery. So when you take an egg out of the shell and you're trying to like scramble or cook eggs, it just comes out rubbery.
Okay.
And like there are plenty of places like restaurants that try to microwave eggs, and I'm sorry, they suck.
Okay, so the way you
They
kind of
suck.
built it up, I thought like don't microwave this because you'll die.
No.
Instead, it's just don't microwave it because it doesn't come out
It'll
that
taste
great.
a little yucky.
Don't microwave pizza. Pizza sucks in the microwave. No, there are people that will microwave pizza.
Yeah.
And it's a floppy, soggy freaking mess.
I love it.
Don't microwave rice. Steak. If you take a nice piece of medium rare steak, you put it in the microwave to heat it up.
Well done.
It suddenly becomes a mess. It's awful.
That's what you have the ketchup for.
It is disgusting. Chicken does not come out well in the microwave.
No.
Chicken sucks. Nachos. You want to make a mess out of your nachos? You think you're going to put your nachos in and melt the cheese? It's disgusting. The cheese will turn all rubbery. It's grotesque. Pasta. Microwaves will wreck pasta. Do not, even like the pasta dinners, when you put those in the microwave, it's a mushy mess. It's not out.
I like pasta reheated.
So everything we microwave don't.
Everything I put in my microwave, you've named.
No, you don't reheat pasta in the microwave. You put pasta in a saucepan. Just sprinkle a little bit of water on it. Reheat it there. That's where you want to reheat your pasta.
Time for that.
French fries. Do not put French fries in the microwave. Anyway, this is just bread sucks in the microwave. A lot of seafoods, like we try to microwave fish. Oh God, it's awful. So, as far as these are reheats. Do not reheat those foods in the microwave because you're wrecking whatever you had left over. You've just destroyed it.
You're an idiot.
So I microwave all that stuff. Pizza, pastas.
That's a public service message from the MJ Morning Show. Hey, it is not looking like the fight of the century is going to happen.
Oh, I know. I'm so disappointed.
Oh, come on. Really?
So mad about this.
You know what? We need that. Do we have the Rocky fight music? You know, with the bell, the dong.
Man, I knew it.
Not the Eye of the Tiger, but like the.
No, there's like that Rocky fight music. I don't know if we have it.
All right.
But it looks like the fight of the century is not going to happen. Looks like wuss boy Elon Musk is like bailing out.
Oh, come on, Elon.
Yeah. So Mark Zuckerberg, the creepy CEO of Meta, Facebook and Instagram and now Threads or whatever the hell it's called. Zuckerberg says that he's waiting on Elon Musk to confirm the date for the cage match, but he's not holding his breath. Let me tell you why he's not holding his breath. Because it is believed now that the steel-caged grudge match between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, it appears that Elon Musk's mouth is much bigger than his will.
Or his bite.
Yeah.
Well, he probably saw videos of the Zuck training and really training. I saw videos of him hitting the bag, kicking, tying up people. I'm like, okay, this guy's serious. And he's kind of shredded down.
Well, let me give you the latest on what Elon Musk is saying. Elon Musk says he can't confirm a date yet. He says that he was getting an MRI of his neck and back, and he might even require surgery.
Oh.
He is so... Elon Musk is...
Elon, you wuss.
Can you believe Elon Musk is afraid of Mark Zuckerberg?
All right, so
more like Sheelon.
Huh? That's sexist.
Yeah, that is. Why
Yeah,
did I
it's
say
really-
that?
you're
And I
gonna-
take
That's-
that back.
you're gonna get canceled.
I take that back
Take
because
it-
a woman.
retract
You're
that.
getting
A woman
canceled
would
on
kick
that.
his ass.
There are plenty of women that can lay you down.
Oh, I know. Trust
knock
me.
you down, lay you out, man.
Trust me.
And several can beat you up as well.
Yeah. So Elon Musk is now saying exact date is still in flux. I'm getting an MRI of my neck and upper back tomorrow, responding to a tweet from Zuckerberg saying, hey, when are we doing this fight? We need a date confirmation. So look at this. Elon Musk is weaseling out. Now he's like introducing, oh, my neck, oh, my back, I need an MRI. I don't know when it is. He is so scared. Can you believe Elon Musk is afraid of Weasley Mark Zuckerberg?
Okay, so
Dude, have you seen videos of him training?
have you seen him?
I have, yes.
He would kick your ass.
No, I have.
He's
There's-
like part robot.
There's
you
a
know?
story of him back at Memorial Day. He did the Murph Challenge in honor of fallen Navy SEALs, like 100 pull-ups,
Yeah.
200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then a big old run, all wearing a weighted vest. And
I'll tell you.
he did it.
Elon Musk is running scared because Elon Musk is starting to realize that he is going to have the embarrassing ass whooping of his life. That dweeby, geeky Mark Zuckerberg is going to knock him out.
Can he have one of those SpaceX rockets land on top of Facebook headquarters or something, and they just kind of put an end to all of this?
Burn the
whole
all
place
down
to the ground.
with Mark Zuckerberg inside.
Did you see the X he put on top of the building that does Morse code?
Yeah.
What's up with that? What did it say?
Oh, they were forced to take it down.
Yeah, but why? What was it saying?
I have no
Saying,
idea.
I'll kick your ass,
No,
Zuck?
but seriously, you're talking about the X sign?
Yeah.
So
obnoxious.
Yeah, they Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk rather. Elon had this giant flashing white X put on top of the building, and apparently, like there were some apartments across the way, and people were getting blinded in their own.
Dude, it was really bright.
Oh yeah, it was like landing lights for an airport in the fog.
It doesn't work when there's an apartment building right across the
If
street.
you're like an epileptic in San Francisco, you want to stay away from that block.
No, people were upset.
It's like the Kenny Rogers sign.
But the city of San Francisco, they made Elon Musk take the damn thing down. That's the fastest San Francisco has like ever moved on anything. I mean, their streets have been turned into toilets and needle disposal sites for the last 15 years, and they're not doing anything about it. Elon Musk puts a bright X on top of the headquarters, and suddenly, they force him to take it down like in a couple of days.
It's pretty ridiculous when you think about it like that.
But it's really pretty obnoxious, though. That can you imagine people?
How much did that thing cost?
I'm sure it was a fortune, but can you imagine people in an apartment building in their own apartments right across from the Twitter headquarters, and Elon Musk puts this blinding, flashing white X on top of the building? It's like, what it reminds us like Kramer with the Kenny Rogers Roasters sign. Remember that episode?
Froggy said.
Yeah. It's like the Kenny Rogers Roasters sign.
Oh, you said that?
Blasting.
Yeah, it's like the
Thanks for
Kenny
listening to you. Tune into the show. Get off your phone.
I missed that. No, I'm sorry. Did you say that?
You just ride my joke tails.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He didn't say it clearly. He kind of mumbled it, but yes, he said.
Did he mumble it?
Yes.
Oh, God, well, I didn't hear it.
All I really said was it's like the Kenny Rogers. What's his name? Kenny Rogers Roaster sign.
Doesn't matter.
All right. Well, anyway, I don't think the fight's going to happen. Elon Musk.
He's a weenie.
Elon Musk is bailing out.
That's such a bitch move.
So, Elon, you wanna comment on you wussing out?
Listen, I have a very bad neck. Can I have I did not tell you this, but I have a pulled left man boob. As you can see, it's a little out of place.
Those hurt, yeah.
Yeah. So
Poor Elon.
I don't think it's going to happen. If I were to put money on this right now, I don't think it's happening.
It's a punk move.
Yeah. All right, 9:21 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And we got one final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next. Guess what customers are giving up on? This is true. I've heard this from many folks in the business. There is an element. This involves restaurants, and something is disappearing at a very, very high rate. There is something going on with restaurants. It's a certain type of restaurant, and this particular element is going poof. What? I'm going to tell you next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. But question for Roxanne and Fester and Froggy. What is changing rapidly in the restaurant scene? Now, I haven't told you what segment of the restaurant industry I'm talking about, but there is something that is rapidly changing, and restaurants are beginning to adapt. Any idea?
Well, I came across something on Friday night.
And what might that be, Roxanne?
Yes,
Went to a restaurant, and as they were seating us, they said, "Would you like a real menu or a QR code?" And I said, "Paper,
Wrong.
please."
No. Remember, we talked about the QR codes months ago.
We did.
QR codes are like totally on the way out. There has been a massive drop-off. People don't want QR codes.
No.
People do not want them. People want real menus, and the restaurant industry, they understand that. Nope. Fester, do you have a guess by any chance?
Gluten-free options.
No. You guys are getting too...
I don't know.
You're getting too esoteric. You're getting too in the weeds. This is very simple.
I had gluten-free bread for the first time the other day. It was disgusting.
Everything gluten-free is disgusting. Unless it's a food item that just doesn't have gluten, like rice. I love rice. You know, me and my Zojirushi rice maker and my Japanese koshiakori sticky rice.
We know.
Yeah, you know me and my rice making, man. Oh, did you see I got my new shave ice flavors yesterday? So
Oh, yeah, we saw that.
I
Such a little piggy boy.
What do you mean I'm a little
you have
piggy
only so
boy?
many treats. Who has their own homemade icy machine?
No, it's not. It's a shave ice machine.
It's totally different.
I've got
that from
Hawaii. I've got the Fuji Marca 709 SE version 2. Okay,
Whoa.
I crank seriously. If you've been to Hawaii, folks, if you've been to Hawaii and you've had real shave ice, I'm not talking about the shave ice, the fake shave ice where they throw ice cubes in a machine and no. Real shave ice is the block of ice that goes on the machine, and then the ice is spun around by what looks like a drill press on a steel blade, and it shaves the ice fine as snow. And then you have these great flavorings that you put. That is shave ice. It's melt in your mouth. It's like cotton candy ice. It's the best.
So when's the MJ Morning Show Hawaiian shave ice party?
Guys, you guys can come over anytime you want.
No, bring it here.
I can't.
It weighs like 600 pounds.
The machine doesn't weigh. The machine weighs
600 pounds.
It's a big device.
The machine weighs like 90 pounds. It's a heavy machine.
Okay, I'm going to call your bluff. My kids and I will be at your house tonight for shaved ice.
That's
They're gonna ask
fine.
me for ice.
That's fine. What time are you coming by? Come by. That's fine. Fine. Bring them by.
We have a birthday party to go to, but tomorrow night we'll be there.
Whoa. You're
Fine.
renegotiating your own time.
Fine.
Yep,
You want to bring your kids
tomorrow
by for shave ice?
Yep.
Bring them by.
Let's have an end of summer
Just
party at Uncle MJ's.
let me know what time you're coming by.
Tomorrow night.
Your kids can come by for shave ice. My Hawaiian shave ice is indistinguishable from some of the best shave ice places on Hawaii. Or in Hawaii. For instance, on Oahu, North Shore, you've got Matsumoto's General Store, famous place. Mine is just as good. Over on Maui, for instance, you've got Ululani, another great name in shave ice. My shave ice is just as good.
Ululani once DM'd me and asked me your secret, and I was like, Ululani, I don't know.
I don't know Ululani.
All right. So you guys want to make fun of me with my food items here? I care about my food items. All right. So moving on to the restaurant story.
Something that restaurants are adapting to?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is big time. This is really, really happening.
Can we guess?
Well,
we've been guessing.
They've been guessing, but you walked in late. You're tardy, dude, coming back from the break.
I was doing my steps in the back.
All right, so what is happening with restaurants that's changing the landscape?
They're doing away with menus.
Okay.
Good guess.
That was a good guess
It was
when
mine
Roxanne
also.
said it.
Oh, jeez.
It's going all QR.
No, that's what
That was
Roxanne
Roxanne's
said.
answer.
And in fact, 2 months ago, I talked about how QR codes were going away, that people don't want QR codes. They want real menus. And also, QR codes tend to reduce the total check size because people don't tend to go back and reorder, or desserts suffer sometimes with QRs, for instance. No, that's not what it is. Let me narrow it down.
Would you care to guess again, Froggy?
There's a big change in the restaurant industry, and it has to do with fast food restaurants.
Oh, they're going gluten free.
Oh,
That was my
Roxanne,
guess.
just don't.
That was my guess.
Oh, you did?
Roxanne guessed QR codes. I guessed gluten-free.
Oh, and then Roxanne said she had gluten-free bread that sucked. Well,
Yeah,
duh.
tasted like those
Duh.
They're going
packing
all
peanuts.
wheat. All wheat bread.
All right, here's the deal. What is changing in the restaurant industry?
Spicy mayo.
Nope. Fast food customers are not going in to dine. The actual in-restaurant dining has dramatically fallen off. It seems that COVID was kind of a catalyst. The drive-through, the takeout, the delivery is absolutely overtaking people going into a fast food restaurant. It is happening across the board. If you know anyone in fast food, if you know anybody, whether it's McDonald's, whether it's Burger King, PDQ, Kentucky Fried Chicken, you name it, any of the Wendy's.
It's all drive-through.
Listen, Chick-fil-A, you name it. There is a major fall off in-restaurant dining. The whole industry is shifting, and a lot of the fast food companies, when they are designing new stores, there's a de-emphasis now on new stores that are being designed and built. There's a de-emphasis on in-restaurant dining. So they're making smaller areas, or they're able to build smaller buildings. It's the drive-through business. You've got companies that are reimagining and even doing some drive-through only restaurants. So you have fast food restaurants that are being designed now with some having no in-restaurant dining.
What?
All drive-through.
Like an old farm store?
Dude,
drive-through?
Oh, yeah, I remember those. Well,
those farm stores.
You just drive through. Take some milk.
Look, it's milk in bags.
Yes, Andrew.
Is this a product of so many places not having the store open, only having the drive-through open
No.
through COVID?
Well,
I was thinking the same thing.
That's what I said. I said COVID sort of began this, and now it's sort of getting finished, that tastes and behaviors and desires are changing, and fewer customers are going into the fast food restaurant to sit down and eat. It's becoming like an overwhelming takeout, takeaway, drive-through business now.
I think it's... Go.
I'm sorry, does this cut down on how many people they employ?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you
streamline, baby.
Well, you still need to serve the customers by taking orders. You still need to manufacture or make the food.
But I've walked into places where there was nobody tending the front registers, and they'd be like, "Hold on, we'll get there in a second." And they do.
Let me give you an example. The latest I saw. Now I knew this because I know people in fast casual. Listen, I'm an investor in PDQ, which I think is the finest crispy chicken sandwich on the planet.
Obviously,
and the best tenders at the PDQ. But listen, I know people in the business, and this is being talked about. Wall Street Journal just had I've been aware of this, that people are not going in to eat as much as they're taking out and going through the drive-thrus. But listen to this. Wall Street Journal, a brand new story. At McDonald's and Burger King, booths are often empty. Customers pick up their orders and head out. People sitting at tables sometimes are workers on their breaks. Listen to this. Dine-in customers now represent less than 10% of visits in most U.S. McDonald's restaurants. Dine-in, less than 10%.
People get it to go. They carry it out. They get a food service.
That's what I'm saying. Across the U.S. fast food chains, diners ate 14% of orders at the restaurant in the first 5 months of this year, less than 21% before the pandemic. Data from market research firm Circana shows. In June, diners ate 14% of their fast food orders in the restaurant's dining room compared to 22% in 2015. So it is steadily going down, and that's why they're going to start in new builds. You're going to see less and less in dining, and these models are going to take out and drive through and delivery. That's where this is going.
People just want to get their drive-through and go sit in their garage by themselves and eat their fast food.
Yeah, like Roxanne.
Yeah,
So
like I do.
It's a major, major shift. All right, guys, I've been threatened.
Again?
I have been threatened by a listener.
Don't people know that doesn't end up well? Don't they know you're the wrong guy to mess with?
All right, here's the deal. I have a listener that is threatening to never listen to the show again.
Oh, no, not that.
Unless we talk about the biggest story right now. The biggest story, according to this listener. Let me see what this dodo's name is. Hang on a minute. Let me seriously
disparage our listeners.
No, listen, the
We have
dude's,
some dodos. I mean, we have a lot of listeners.
dude's threatening me. Hang on a minute. Oh, man, my email just rushed in again.
Oh, gosh.
What is going on with my email? It's
Restart
crazy.
your phone.
All right, hang on. Let me find this threat. All right, here we go. Darren.
Oh, Darren.
Darren has threatened to me. And Darren is saying, if you don't talk about this, if the brawl doesn't get a mention on Tuesday's show, I'm never listening again. I'll wait for the Lewis and Louie podcast from Darren.
Hey, somebody mentioned my name?
Yeah.
And Louie's here too.
The Louis Anderson and Louis Armstrong podcast.
Darren, you're going to be waiting a while because Froggy and I ain't doing it.
My name's Louie.
Sorry.
So it's the Louis and Louis podcast.
But we will be doing the Al and Al podcast.
Yeah! Fat Albert.
It's the Fat Albert.
Hey, Fat Albert. Thanks for coming.
It's the Al Pacino and Fat Albert podcast.
You have to say,
Al Pacino.
you have to say, look at that ass.
I'm a big fan. Who the hell are you?
I'm just quoting lines from
What is that?
from Heat.
So Darren is threatening to never listen to the show again unless we talk about the big brawl, which he says is the biggest story out there.
What brawl?
It's the I'm aware of it. It's the video is on social media. It's not the biggest story out there. There was a big giant brawl at a dock in Montgomery, Alabama.
It was a hell of a brawl.
man.
Have you seen it?
Dock workers are fighting?
No,
Seriously, dock work. Seriously, yes.
Everybody's fighting.
Everyone was kung fu fighting.
Dude, that's
Everybody
awesome.
was kung fu fight. And then this one lady gets smashed over the head with a white metal folding chair.
The chair, people punching, men punching women, women punching men.
No.
Two groups. One guy swam across the.
It was like barroom blitz.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm sorry, ballroom blitz.
blitz.
Yeah, ballroom blitz. So I've got some audio. So Darren, put your freaking pants back on. It's an interesting story. It's crazy video, but it is not the biggest story ever. And then you've got some guy swims across from another dock to save a friend of his. There's this again, here's the story. New video of what led up to a massive, now viral, brawl. Footage from the Montgomery riverfront from about 7 p.m. on Saturday night shows riverboat passengers cheering a worker as he pushes away a pontoon boat that's preventing them from docking. That guy in the white shirt, he got off our ship to go over there to move the black pontoon boat on its own, says a woman. Because those guys are parked where they were told not to leave the boat, they had to get rid of the boat so they could dock the boat that was supposed to actually dock. This starts this whole giant brawl. The worker is soon accosted by several men. About 3 minutes later, a shirtless man in gray shorts is seen lunging at the worker. Anyway, this turned into a massive blitz. There is a woman that is bashed over the head with a white metal chair, like a WWE event. You know, the wrestlers are smacking each other over the head with those chairs?
Yes. So good.
Now, Froggy, are those real chairs they're using, or those prop chairs?
They're real chairs, but you have to know how to hit them. Usually you hit you on the square of the back. You know, and the headshots are banned, illegal now.
Oh, so they can't do that anymore.
No.
Well, this lady gets whacked over the head.
Where's that?
It's crazy. Here, listen to the, here's the chair whack. This is number 5's the chair whack. Listen to this. Oh, my God. Lady gets whacked over the head. So this brawl is crazy. It's gotten a lot of social media attention. But it's not the biggest story on the planet.
Going to jail. They better get him a felony.
So the guy, he's going to jail. And the lady gets whacked over the head with this metal chair. It is insanity. All right, so there you go, Darren. There's your Montgomery story. It's interesting video. It's not the biggest story on the planet.
Just mean me and Louie can't have a show?
We got to roll, man. It's been a jammed up Tuesday. Anyway, multiple arrests. So that was Montgomery, Alabama. All right, folks, I want you to have a fantastic day. My email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. If you ever need to get a hold of me for anything, mj@mjmorningshow.com. And, of course, my Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. Folks, have a great Tuesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show, and let's be careful out there.